healthcare costs, and other avoidable pitfalls. For your free commissioned report on estate planning, call 844-345-3140, 844-345-3140, or visit atfinancial.com. That's atfinancial.com.
Here's a nice way to bring your weekend to an end. Join me, won't you, Denny Farrell, right here on WCGO, every Sunday evening starting at 9 p.m. for Late Night Chicago Radio. Spend an hour together going back and listening to some of the greatest jazz around. Not computerized, but real jazz. Plus, from time to time, we'll have interviews with the people that made the music so popular. That's right here on WCGO, every Sunday evening starting at 9 p.m. until 10 p.m., Late Night Chicago Radio.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems. Home improvement problems, that is. Send an email now to robbie@mightyhouse.net or call into the show at 877-711-5611. From foundation leaks to roof repairs, the Mighty House team is on the job. You're listening to Mighty House.
Go back.
All right, good morning, Chicago. I'm Ron Cowgill. The Mighty House team is on the air. Do you work on your $500 computer? How about your $5,000 or maybe $20,000 car? If you don't, is it because you don't know what you're doing? And if you don't repair your own computer or car, why do you think it's okay to work on the most expensive investment in your life? Are you really going to work on your home all by yourself? Why not give us a call, find out if it's something you should try. We can also help you put a game plan together so that you can tackle that home project correctly. With a little help from us, can make sure that your most expensive investment does not turn into your most expensive mistake. We've got open phones right now, so get your questions in. In the first hour, we'll be taking your calls and have the Mighty House Tip of the Week with Rich Cowgill. In the second hour, we'll be talking with Allison Case from Integral Rehab. We'll also have a little clutter clarity segment with Robbie Earhart. And in the third hour, it's phone calls and emails and other festive things that Andrew wants to make us do. I don't know what he's got going on up here. Have you seen this screen yet, Rich?
No.
Oh, my God. He's been bored.
Well, no, I take that back. Actually, I did. It's the you got Snowman on there.
Yeah.
And Rich's camera is bordered by palm trees
Yes.
and beach because he's in Florida where it's warm.
It is warm.
Yeah. So you can give us a call, 877-711-5611. That number again, 877-711-5611. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live,
nice.
and Periscope Live right now, brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Rad. That's MAG-ERAD. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. We're broadcasting worldwide and live every from 7 to 10 every Saturday at mightyhouse.net.
Well, at least this one and next one.
Well, yeah, exactly. 3 more, actually. 2 of them which we're doing live. The third one will be a recycled show that Andrew's feverishly working on.
We have to. I want to talk about that after the show.
Okay.
Just to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Okay, I can tell you right now we already are.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to talking further.
Whatever you come up with, brother, is perfect. So
Perfect.
Your 3 hours. Do
That's
as
right.
you must.
Exactly. Podcasts of previous shows, this is the important part, are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Video clips of the show are available at mightyhouse.net and on our Mighty House YouTube channel. You just got to look for Mighty House. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show, and our Twitter handle is at Mighty House. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com.
.com.
All right, there you go.
.com. That's the she's officially late
Yes,
when she misses her first .com.
that's the cue right there. So, and I know we were doing a fairly good job of stalling there without it sounding like we were stalling, but that's the way it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, look at that. There she comes with her Uggs and her little beanie hat. You honk. I didn't hear no honking.
I was like, wait, I'm right out in front.
You're very close. What do you want to say it? Mr. Floor.
.com.
Okay, there
Andrew,
you go.
I'm on the same page. You're doing great.
Awesome. I'm so glad.
Yeah, we don't even need to have a meeting afterwards.
Well, you always leave.
She leaves
before we even
anyway.
start.
As that theme music plays, and we say keep it square and level, she's on her way out the door. Jacket on, out the door, gone.
It's snowing.
Yes, it is
It
snowing.
The snow will come and go. I will move it in and out. And I was going to say we should put the man crying sound effect that I used on Color Clarity last week in the drops folder.
Okay. A, no. B, I texted both of you.
The both
of you cowgirls to say I did not care for that promo.
What we didn't hear what it was. What promo was it?
You know what promo it was.
I actually I wasn't.
We do
listening.
not.
No.
No, we don't.
We don't know what was
it
playing.
The one talking about the water heater.
No,
that's
it's
what I thought it was.
Mighty House Airlines.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good
really
one.
Funny. I like
No.
that.
Wow. I don't know that I've ever heard that. Mighty House
altimeter.
Airlines.
Yeah. It's
Altimeter.
altimeter, yes.
It's not good.
It's excellent. Mike Wachowski.
Well, I was driving down the road the other day and almost got a ticket because I didn't check my speedometer.
Mike Wachowski did a great job with that one. Good
done.
job, Mike.
I'm done.
You just got here. You can't be done yet.
Here. Making fun of me.
No, we're not.
Speedometer.
What's that? Yeah, altimeter. It's okay. It's all good.
It's not okay.
Robbie,
Speedometer.
we tease because we love. How's that? If we didn't
Why
love
does
you, we
Rich-
wouldn't tease you.
Why does Rich tease?
Because he loves you.
Comes easy.
Because it's easy.
It's hard to be nice. It's easy to be mean.
Speedometer. Anywho, what's going on? I have to work. I have an hour and a half to get a Clutter Clarity together.
Oh, there you go. See,
Yeah, I'm running out of them.
Well, you only have 2 more to come up with.
I know, but I'm still running. I was going to do a totally off topic, but then I'm like, sometimes I go off topic.
Can't you just find a list of 10 things because we never get through more than 2?
Right. So
this is true. Thank you very much. The other day, yesterday, I was flipping through papers and I'm like, oh, there's my list on how to organize for a move.
Right.
It's, a list this big and we got this big.
Right.
But
So
I hate going back to like old topics that we already started.
for 4 or 5 times.
Right. So.
Okay.
But I will tell you, this is.
Okay. So then I got one for you.
Okay.
So my painter calls. I was talking to him and he said, "Yeah, we're kind of slow right now. Nobody wants us in their house." I said, "Well, why don't you just come over to my place and you can paint." And so he's cutting me a decent deal to come over and just paint them. We're now doing the entire first floor.
Awesome.
The house is torn to shreds. There's piles of stuff everywhere because, of course, you got to clean out the room, clean off the shelves, pull all the pictures off, patch all the holes. So now what? Is it all going back up? Isn't it going back up? You can talk about that.
Well, that's why you don't patch the holes because then you know where the pictures go.
Yeah. But see, after you've lived in a place for 30 years, you just keep hanging stuff, and it tends to look a little cluttered.
Mm-hmm.
So we're being told that there's too much stuff on the walls.
Who's we?
Isn't there a song, Too Much Stuff?
Yeah, there is a song, Too Much Stuff.
So
You have
your
too much
painter,
stuff.
is it the painter that I know?
Yes, the one that doesn't like wearing shirts.
That just, wow. I know who you mean, but for anybody
That's just a
listening,
terrible visual for
Exactly.
7 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
for anybody
a
listening,
painter who doesn't like to wear shirts.
Right.
I thought you were going to say the painter who doesn't like clutter, because I know who the painter who doesn't like clutter. But
Yeah.
then, it is also the painter who doesn't like to wear
Right.
shirts.
He's always. I mean, if it's above 65 degrees, he's walking around without a shirt on. Inside, out, doesn't matter. That shirt comes flying off. Now, to be fair, if I was 62 years old and looked like that, I'd walk around without a shirt on too. But that's just me.
Wow.
But the dude is cut up and
Mm-hmm.
looking good. So
And I do.
I have to respect him for that.
I do see him at the gym, and then he likes to give me, tips on what I'm doing wrong.
Of course.
So I'm
He
like,
has an opinion on everything. There's 40 years of paint fumes
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, there's no person can go through
Yeah,
40
you figure
years.
the EPA didn't take all the bad stuff out of paint till about
10 years ago. Right.
Yeah.
So he's got a long line. My painters were
Oh yeah.
out there.
And after how many years of working with you, he probably doesn't even know there's a radio show, so I don't have to worry about saying anything.
No,
you know?
no, you don't have to worry. No.
No, he's an
Because
interesting guy.
this world's all about him, not anybody else.
It is.
Yeah. That's why we love him.
What?
Oh my gosh. No, he hates clutter.
Oh,
he
yeah.
really does hate clutter.
Yeah.
Well, because that's just more stuff he's got to paint around.
I guess that could be.
But that would be more money.
But he fashions himself an interior decorator, designer also. So
But he can't choose a shirt.
he can't keep one on.
Yes,
he can choose one.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
seem to keep it on.
He didn't like, because I had one wall, it was like the family wall with all the pictures and, all that stuff. And so it was just random side. Nothing was in like any order. I did it was like a collage of pictures down this 10-foot wall. He said that had to go. It's all got to go. So,
Clean walls over family.
yes, exactly. It's exactly it.
You want to see family? Turn around, go, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put your shirt on. All right, we'll be back right after this with more. You're listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
All right.
Clear.
Pull.
Oh, where's something?
Yeah.
I hear the door. Somebody's here.
No, that's you banging your.
No, I heard the deep, deep, deep.
Oh, did you?
See, there goes the engine.
Oh. He's already in. He already went and back. It's the new Quinn. The new Quinn went back there. I don't know what his name is. I just know, he's working with Quinn back there.
Babo, where are you, Babo?
Do the hustle.
Yeah. What? Do the hustle.
Yeah. One more week. Maybe I'll get up. Maybe I won't. Because it was hard today.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was hard today.
I was up watching the clock click so I could turn it off. It happens all the time.
Oh, me too.
I wake up 5 minutes and it makes me so mad. 5 minutes before the alarm goes off. And then I just lay there and I stare at the clock until it goes off.
Why don't you get up?
Because I want to sleep some more.
How can this be happening?
Am I going to be able to work?
What's a subtype? What do I do now?
We know.
We went through it too. But once you start to understand your options,
You can partner with your doctor.
and find ways to face MBC on your own terms. Visit findyourmbcvoice.com and learn how to speak up and have a more informed conversation with your doctor.
Some questions have answers.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com to find some of yours.
You gotta build fast. Cement drawing. All right, let's see. English side ruined. Must use French instructions.
Le
grill. What the hell is that?
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice
to a
from the
birthday
experts
party today.
themselves.
Ooh, good.
This is
My dog is turning 18.
What?
Please tell me no.
Yeah. But it's for the Humane Society. But yes, Wilson's turning 18 today, so I've been
Wow.
going to his birthday since he turned 15.
And what kind of dog is this?
I believe it's a those little acrobatic things.
Acrobatic things.
Yeah, the little dogs that can jump. It's a small dog, but they can jump like 4 feet. in the
Like
air.
a terrier?
Jack Russell.
Oh,
Jack Russell.
Okay.
Real smart dogs too.
Oh, well, okay, we're back on the air, Rich.
Thank goodness we don't
All right,
have to talk
here we go.
about
Do the intro.
Okay, let's do that. We're
The rejoin.
We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday at mightyhouse.net, tunein.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And you can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. And if somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, to find out what's coming up after the first of the year, how could they do that?
Go to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page, just put in your first and last name, your email address, scroll on down and click on Boom, Done.
Boom, done, just like that.
That's simple.
Yes, and that has been picking up as of last week. The
you know why?
Why?
Because I've been saying it 4 times a show for 11 years.
Uh-huh.
And now they're finally listening. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like kids, you know? You
right.
You got to go over and over and over.
Yeah, no, the it has ramped up. The signing up has been ramped up last week.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, with us kind of going off live radio and going on to live streaming and on demand, which is way more convenient.
Uh-huh.
Yes, people should do that, and then they'll know what's going on.
Ow! Okay, I have a question.
Axe it. What are you going to axe?
Robbie's dumb question of the week.
Wait. You can't do that.
You're going to like this, Andrew.
I'm surprised you don't have that teed up already.
I would like to hear this. You said it was for me, right? Or that I would enjoy it.
Oh, you'll enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Because I'm a moron.
Robbie's moment of the week has come. Time for her to ask a question that's really dum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum-de-dum.
I think they call that dead air.
Yep.
We're not ordinary people.
We're morons.
We're morons.
What's a podcast?
It is a recording of a radio show that plays whenever you want.
Why is it called podcast? And Andrew, I would like, because people are asking me, I'm like, oh yeah, we're just going to podcast now. And they're like, what's that? I'm like, not me. I have no idea.
It is a recording of thoughts that you can put out there on your own.
Slightly better.
Okay, go ahead, Andrew. You got the official.
Well, this is actually an interesting question. If I had to define podcast,
yes, please,
I would say that it is an audio production that is based upon some very specific piece of subject matter.
Right.
Or it's based upon, like you said, a previous live broadcast.
Right.
So the majority of podcasts are like Robbie said, they're basically about a specific topic.
Right.
So it could be home improvement. They fall under different categories: entertainment, news, politics. But it's meant to display a voice of a perspective.
Right.
What
essentially
does pod mean? Now
I
we're going to
actually
go
don't know that. I'm not gonna make a
speedometer.
guess.
Speedometer.
Everybody used to. They have the little iPod, you know, the stuff that, and you would make a recording for that little iPod device, and then you could listen to it later on there. So now it's just the iPod, and it's podcasting because you're just making it for the iPod. How do you like that? I just made that up.
Oh my gosh!
But it sounds good.
I mean, not many people have iPods anymore.
They don't.
Yeah.
They have iPhones to play the iPod files.
And can you really explain, please, how people are going to find us? I get this question all the time.
Yeah.
I don't understand what it is. You know, like
Okay,
anything
so-
else we talk about home improvement, you guys talk like you know it, because you do. I don't.
Uh-huh.
Tell us what it is, how to get it. I don't understand it.
So you're not broadcasting, you're podcasting because you're making it for the iPod. So that
But it's not an iPod.
not anymore. But it was. So, but the name stuck, so it's a podcast. So, it's a taping of a radio show that you can listen to anytime. But
It's
like
any digital file.
Yes.
You used to
It could
only
be
get it on
digital
your
media.
iPod?
Mm-hmm. And then iTunes came up, and then they started playing it on iTunes, and then everybody else jumped in, RSS files, and so it's because it's an RSS file. That's the line that what it is. So now there's Stitcher and iTunes and all those different places now that can play those RSS files. So it's no longer just for the iPhone or the iPod.
So, and to answer your question, for people to find us, again, that's why it's important to sign up for the newsletter.
Yep.
Because within the newsletter, there are links to our YouTube channel.
But
And if you go to our... Nice. Repairman.
Somebody
if you
needs
go to our YouTube channel...
See,
if you go to our YouTube channel and you like it,
Yeah.
every time we post a new podcast, it will notify you, and then you can go watch it at your leisure.
Leisure.
So now you're talking about watching a podcast.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're even taking it that far.
Digital media.
Yes.
So truly, let's say I'm an older person. And
no, we wouldn't say
I'm
that.
like, really, can I go to a radio and listen to it anymore?
No.
What do I need? What equipment do I need to listen?
You need a computer.
I need a computer.
You need a cell phone, a smartphone.
A smartphone.
Okay, so then I would go to iTunes.
You could go to iTunes. You could go to our website, mightyhouse.net, and you can listen to them right there.
I can listen to it right on mightyhouse.net.
Yeah, all you have to do is look for the tab that says On Demand, and you just go to the On Demand tab, and you can listen to it right there.
So how do I get this popular? So like everybody I know listens to like the Murder of the Week.
Oh,
you know. So how do people know about this?
We have to market it.
We advertise on radio.
There you go.
We buy ad space on placemats in local restaurants.
Yeah, there you go.
That doesn't work.
Or the golf carts. I get those calls all the time. All the golf courses call in the spring, wanting to put us on the golf carts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think the only thing that really truly works.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. No, actually, what is the sign over the urinal?
Oh yeah, those are always good ones.
Because you got nothing better to do but read it.
Right, especially at the truck stops. All the tools they put up there. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they do that in the ladies' room, do they? I haven't been in there to check.
Okay, I'll tell you the funniest thing that I saw. I was in a grade school for some theatrical production, and I went to the restroom, and very, very low restroom. In the stall was a little newspaper. It's called the Potty Times. So that when little kids are in the bathroom, they could sit and read.
Oh, good.
On the wall.
So you're training them early to sit on the potty too long.
It was like their school newsletter, the Potty Times.
Okay.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I bet they have that at like Andrew's schools.
We actually do.
Yeah, I knew it.
Do they call that the accelerated program?
Literally, but it's like basically statistics about like drugs and drinking. It's like meant to be like a PSA. It's not like fun like that one. But yeah, it's called like the Potty Times, and they release them every month, and they put them on posters. I'm not even kidding you. They're by the sinks, and you can look at it while you're washing your hands.
You know, I didn't read it. It might have been. I mean, it's called the Potty Times, so it might have been.
I don't know,
the same
but you
thing.
weren't at a high school though, were you?
I was at a grade school.
Okay, it's probably not at a grade school then. I mean, maybe not.
So you just looked at the pictures?
I wasn't sitting
find it
down.
interesting, like-
I was squatting, as ladies like to do.
Okay.
I hate that word.
Uh-huh.
Because it makes my muscles sore. Because I do a lot of squats. Ask your painter, your naked painter.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently I don't do squats right.
Okay. That's good. Good to
So
know.
I know sometimes I'm driving with people and they'll like turn on their radio and they'll go ding, ding, ding. Okay, listen to this podcast. I'm like, how are they getting it in their car?
Because it's coming through their phone. You sync your phone to the car.
Bluetooth, yeah.
And then once you're on there, then you can just play it right through iTunes, tune in. You can go to SoundCloud and listen to it. You can,
What's the chance we're
Stitcher?
going to get our audience to embrace this new technology?
Who knows?
I think we're going to lose some people, but we're also going to gain some people.
Sure.
It's, I mean, when we were on, no matter what station you're on, there's always people that tune to that station,
And
will
that's
not change it.
Right.
This is their life or whether it's political belief, religious, whatever, it doesn't matter.
They glue it.
They're glued to it.
Yep.
Even if the bad show comes on, they're like, I got to listen to this for an hour. I don't have any choice.
Right.
But so some people we're not going to keep, but
Yeah. Well,
you got to grow.
Yeah. There's and it'll be on YouTube anytime you want to watch it. It'll be on Facebook. So if you still have Facebook, you can go listen to it there. We'll do it live. Are we still picking Wednesday night so far?
So far, yes.
Yeah, so that's
You
why.
know, the other thing, Robbie, you can actually, project YouTube to your TV or your smart TV. So you could actually sit in your living room, put us on your 75-inch TV, and see this whole mess.
Yes.
Because I can't wait to do mine.
What?
My taste test.
Okay.
C. McGlynn.
Okay.
Said, I don't know.
Oh.
It's an email. Hi. Yes, podcasts did start with the iPod.
Oh, what a guess.
If you want to find a pod,
yeah,
I would assume they were called casts.
No.
Find a pod, you just need internet. You can check out my podcast at the link below. That's my pod on the hidden history of women's soccer.
Wow.
But there's no link. So,
Okay.
Christopher, there's no link. I just emailed you back.
Okay.
But
I'm posting one right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
So there you go. See, I was half joking, not knowing exactly, but I came up with the right answer anyway.
Right. Common sense.
Yeah, that could be it. So yeah, just go to TuneIn, any of those places. We've got our own channel on TuneIn now, so you can go there and listen to all the previous shows. So whenever you want, and you can just pull it all up right on your phone. And punch it through to your car or your truck, whatever you want. Hey, you know what? It's time for the Will Report. We'll do that next, right after this quick break. And I think that's it. You ready? You're listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Well,
Mr. Floor here with your flooring tip of the day. From Naperville to the North Shore, this Chicago winter has already been a doozy. While we all wait for spring, here are a few things to keep in mind. First, you already know that salt, dust, and debris.
So, Robbie,
yeah,
I have the name for your segment now.
The way you're presenting this, I already know I'm in trouble.
For your podcast?
I already know I'm in trouble.
No, you're not, Andrew. This is for Robbie's segment of the podcast, and I think we just call it Robbie's World.
I support that.
See?
Because she's in her own little...
Yes, it's Robbie's World.
You've said that many times, so yeah.
I think it's perfect. Don't you?
For more information, please call us at 847.
And then I could do things like dip eggs in nail polish and do...
Yeah, it's Robbie's World, whatever. Anything goes.
All right, so I just published a link on Facebook with the link to the podcast that you can listen to on any web browser.
Okay.
And I also listed SoundCloud, Stitcher, Home Improvement USA, TuneIn,
Yep,
and the website, obviously. So people,
Yep,
because people are
That's
freaking
all
out.
those-
They're like, "Oh my God, I've never listened to podcasts before. What the heck?" And I'm like, "Well, it's not that hard. It really
Exactly.
isn't. It's not that hard. You can get it on any device.
Yep.
Any device.
Yes.
Or any
Well, and that's the
web
thing.
browser,
It'll,
really.
and again, it'll be nice in a way because it won't be loaded with commercials and breaks. We'll just have the 2 breaks per hour kind of thing. We'll do hard breaks.
Well, Mr. Flority's going to
25
sponsor
seconds.
it, so you'll get one.
Well, here's how hard this
The
is
symptoms
because I
just
can't
Coming
even...
back.
away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Lisa and I built your room, but I don't like
this
clown. I wouldn't take it down if I were you. It's a load-bearing poster.
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice from the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
Ron.
Yeah?
Reading. We're live.
Yeah, I know.
What's you doing?
I was waiting for the open to play. The rejoin. You weren't hearing the rejoin? Is that what it is?
No.
Oh, okay.
He said mics are live, and then it just went dead air.
Oh, no, it didn't. Not on my end. I was playing the open.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't take that clown down. That's a load-bearing poster. Join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Red. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. Podcasts of all our shows are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. You can find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. You can also just give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. There you go. All right.
Fine job.
Good. So, so you're not hearing the board play at all then? Rich?
I did not.
Okay.
Your sends are down, so
Sends are down.
not on your end, but on my end. So likely that was changed.
Okay,
during the week.
let's see if he can hear this.
Robbie's moment of the week has come. Time for her to ask a question that's really dum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum-de-dum.
Yes, I could hear that.
Okay.
Okay, and this.
But I didn't hear that. Did you play that earlier when
Yes.
she was going to ask?
Yes.
Oh, see, that was first I heard it.
Okay.
So yes, apparently my send was down on your end.
Got it.
This is my beating up Bruce.
Oh, yeah?
Because he said, wow, you think the second to the last show, Robbie would show up on time.
Why?
Exactly. I don't have to show up on time anymore. I don't have to try anymore. I did try today. Next week, maybe I'll be here. Maybe I won't. Okay. Sorry. Take it away. And he's laughing. Oh, so funny.
Uh-huh. That was not Allison's picture, by the way, Andrew. Just so you know.
No, that was an old guest slideshow that you just saw. And
Got
that
it.
was not live. That was on the preview channel.
No, I know.
They didn't see that.
I understand where it was. I'm just letting you know that in case you're getting ready to post a picture of her, that wasn't her.
It's good sometimes when I'm called out on the air. It makes me it makes me fix it quicker.
Just letting you know, brother. That's all.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We're really professional here. We just.
You guys do a lot of prep.
Yeah, I know. Constant.
I do. That's why I'm late.
Right.
Phone call.
We have a phone call.
We do.
Oh, let's go to that then. You ready?
The Will report.
You got him potted up?
The Will report.
You have the. Hey, Will.
Good morning. How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh, good. Just sitting in my basement today as opposed to in the car.
Uh-huh.
We're leaving to go down to Florida later today for a week with the kids.
Where are you
excellent.
going? Where in Florida?
My daughter and her husband are being reassigned from Mayport to Pearl Harbor. So she's going to get third command on a ship. And so they want to be with us once, and they also want to take the kid to Disney World. Now, the kid's only 11 months old. The kid's not going to remember Disney World.
Right.
But I think it's just my daughter and son-in-law want to go there because they got the new Star Wars exhibit, and they're Star Wars fanatics.
Got it.
Anyway, if you ever want to see an interesting thing, go to YouTube and look up Star Wars Navy wedding reception. You'll see their wedding reception. It was quite interesting. Anyway, topic for the day, phased construction inspections.
Uh-huh.
Just finished an inspection for a guy. I've been following this house for, about 8 months now. I think I talked to you about it earlier. I asked a question when they did the keyway for the foundation footing. There was a piece of plastic that they had in there, and Rich was helpful telling me that that's what they do a lot with commercial.
Yep.
So I looked at the house today, yesterday, and by and large it was pretty good. They had some stupid stuff. They have an attached screened-in porch, and it's under the main roof, so it's substantial. It's not just a little piece of something sticked on there. But it was up against the house, and the house had actual cement stucco, but all the switches for the lights and the two radiant heaters back there were indoor switches, which is not allowed.
Right.
I had a question for you as an electrician. They had a lateral drop with the main disconnects in the meter box, two 200-amp disconnects, and two 200-amp panels in the basement, which were properly set up as distribution rather than service equipment.
Right.
But the meter was only rated CL 200, not CL 320.
Okay. Well,
I wonder if
that's going to fall.
ComEd.
That's ComEd.
Could do whatever. ComEd could do whatever.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, because my understanding is all meter housings are rated 200 amp unless you go to a 400 or 600 cabinet.
Yeah, normally when we see two 200s, it's a 320 CL meter as opposed to a 200, whatever. So again, even though the house has been built and it's been built pretty well and it's been code inspected and they actually had a guy who was pretty good, who was the supervisor, you're still going to have some problems. You're still going to have some things that are missed because it's a whole big thing of details.
Oh yeah.
It turns out, by the way, the supervisor for this project for the was one of my former students. So that was kind of interesting.
Nice.
And the second little topic was dealing with a certain general contractor that we know. I refer a lot of business to them for problems with masonry, water intrusion, and things like this. And so the condo association, just three people in a condo association, and I get these calls all the time, call me and say, okay, here's the quote. And I look at the quote, and it was very nicely detailed, as I'm sure you're aware. And they had these various things, put up there, flashing under the door sills and insulation and so on and so forth. And they kept asking me, okay, well, with this insulation, they should have broken it out for materials versus labor versus this versus that. And I go, why? He goes, well, we want to know, where everything's coming from. And I go, look, and the person who was asking it, you could tell, was basically just trying to nickel and dime everything down. The whole thing came to $6,500, which is not a lot of money, relatively speaking.
Correct.
And she's like, well, I can get this guy to do this, and I can get. Why do we have to pay them to do this? And I go, you're doing things on the cheap. Okay, you guys together own a commercial-sized building. It's going to cost you money to maintain that building. It's going to cost you money to fix the things which should have been done properly when they built the building, but they didn't. So you're stuck with it. So deal with it. And also you guys should get yourself a reserve study so you can, start saving some money for your reserves.
Right.
Well, I was dealing with a condo association once that they needed a new roof, and the roofs were only like 6 years old. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, you know why the roof's bad? Because you hired a bad contractor, right? They admit that.
Right.
So we're sitting there reviewing bids, and I've got a roofer that's been in business 25 years, has 40 crews, blah, blah, blah. We got this new guy. He's been in business less than a year, but he's got a better price. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. You're just setting yourself up for the same thing. You didn't learn anything, but you think I can save, $50,000 or $20,000 today, and you're gonna. It's just you just shake your head.
Right.
It's like,
but on the other hand,
I can kind of quality product.
Yeah, I can understand. You have three guys who buy into a condo. They think that the city code inspectors have taken care of everything.
Right.
They're in split block or something. They're in there 3-4 years. They start having water come in the ceiling. Immediately they think, oh, roof. So they get a new roof, and they spend, $10,000, $15,000 on a new roof, maybe 20. And then right away they start getting water again. And and they call the roofer. The roofer says, well, I put on a new roof. It's not the roof. And I'm like, yeah, of course it's not the roof. It's the parapet wall or the flashing or something like that.
And it wasn't the roof when the roofer did it.
And they don't know any better. That's why it's very good, especially if it's a large building. Call a home inspector who can give you consulting. I don't care if the house is the biggest piece of crap out there or if it's fantastically built. I get paid exactly the same.
Right.
Okay. I have people that I know, and because I know a guy, and
right.
and I can refer them, and I don't refer people who I don't know personally. Because if I refer somebody who does a bad job, it makes me look bad.
Right.
So, that's the whole thing. Get some guy. If you don't know it, be aware you don't know it. Get a home inspector in there. If he's a good guy, he'll actually explain it to you, and you'll walk away with more knowledge, so next time you won't get screwed.
Yeah. And you don't, when you call a home inspector, they don't have a dog in the hunt. If you call a roofer, they're going to give you a roofer. If you call, if you call a gutter guy, they're just going to give you gutters. So, you want
his job.
Really, I've been trying for a week to get my gutters.
Right. Well, that's the other thing on this new construction house. Big, huge roof, very complex with a flat thing on top, and they had the gutters all the way around. Half the gutters had no downspouts; they just had the ends open, and they drained directly on the roof below.
Nice.
And the contractor kept saying, "What's wrong with that?" I go, "Well, you just void the warranty of the shingles." And the
erosion
nice big
control.
Yeah.
Right. A nice big roof slope. But they were standard-sized gutters, and I go, you should have double-sized gutters. You're just going to have splash over. That's all it's going to be. Well, we'll see. And I go, okay, fine. I'll come back a year from now. You'll have ice dams from hell. I told you so. You know, so.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right, cool.
So have a good one.
All right. Thanks,
I will
Will.
try to get into your thing, and be well, guys. Okay?
All right. Yep, you too.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Will.
There we go.
And Aaron posted on her pod, portable on demand.
Portable on demand.
Yes.
There you go. Look who walked in, too.
I know.
Hello. Good morning.
And did you bring somebody with you?
I did. I brought my husband.
Why?
He can
what
hang
did you do
out
wrong?
and put
In my
headsets.
personal life, I have him chauffeur me everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He can come in and sit down and put headsets on and listen.
Oh, he would love that.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
Where is he?
All right.
Yeah,
I'll tell him not to
we'll
talk.
bring him in during the
Maybe.
break.
Yeah.
We got like a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I just wanted to say, Robbie, I normally am you.
I know.
But we've never been in the same room.
I know.
Hello.
You know, I was kind of hoping, to be quite honest, I asked Ron this like weeks ago. I'm like, hey, you know what? If you want to bring Allison in, I don't need to be here. And he's like, we've already had her booked in and you're going to be there. I'm like,
Oh.
Yeah.
you know, I don't mind not getting
Right.
up.
Exactly. And I kind of liked our ghosting relationship.
Yeah.
It's like I was
don't-
always channeling you, but never actually knew you.
I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. There's a lot of similarities between us. I don't need to be here. I'm just going to, look for some clutter clarity tips. You could take over the rest of the show. I'll just be here, and once in a while I'll go, I'll do something goofy, and then Ron will go, it's Robbie's world.
Right. It's
I'll
Robbie's
talk
world.
over the outros, the whole thing.
Yep. All right. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to
Mighty House.
She did it
Mighty
again.
House will return.
Trust is key.
Paul.
Without trust, you don't have a business.
So what do you got scrolling there, Andrew?
Trust is the face of our
Say it again.
What'd you have scrolling? Oh, you've got Allison.
You mean her
but-
pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are pictures that I found on the website. They're authenticated and all of that. I have your title, website.
They're authenticated.
I have
Yes.
your LinkedIn profile picture on our Facebook story.
Yeah.
Get people involved, and I posted the link to
Some dude sitting on
the
a
video
couch.
The video that you did for what was it? It was like they're highlighting you as the CEO. It was pretty interesting with like a blue background. But so people
Actually, we
try to
could
promote
take
it a little bit.
Hi.
Oh, he can go on mic 1 if he wants.
Just go put him on one.
Yeah, he can sit.
Yeah, just-
I can pot his mic up so he can be on if he wants to.
No, you're good. Sit.
Put me in the
corner if you want. Good seeing you again.
Well, yeah, he can be. I'll add his. What's his name?
But my stuff is
What's
in
his
your
first name?
way, so I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Assuming Anderson's his last name, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry?
Anderson's his last name.
Anderson is your last name? Yeah,
What's
okay.
his first name?
Michael.
Michael Anderson. Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
60 seconds. No promo.
High school,
You don't have to sit on it like a horse.
but most people prefer to. Giddy up,
You worked at your high school what?
a radio station.
Really?
Yeah.
Where, in Chicago?
No, it was in upstate New York.
Offer ends 12/15/19.
Liberty
Liberty Mutual
And you miss
Insurance
it?
Company presents.
I had fun. I had some fun. I had a fun show with like a 3-hour show with some friends after school. And
Kind
then
of
I
like
did
how Liberty
a
Mutual
short
looks out for you by
half-hour
customizing
show.
your home insurance.
So,
So you only
That's
pay
what
for
Andrew
what you
does.
need.
He does this, but then he's at his high school.
Why
And
didn't you tell me about the uncovered
he's
Oh,
all over the
awesome.
place.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple operation. We didn't even have a production. It was just, we had to take responsibility.
Only pay for what you
it.
need
Yes,
at
yeah.
libertymutual.com.
You gotta build fast. Cement drawing! All right, let's see. English side ruined. Must use French instructions. Le Grill!
You know what?
What the hell is that?
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611 and get advice
there
from
now?
the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
All right, we're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday at mightyhouse.net, tunein.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show, and our Twitter handle is @MightyHouse. Hey, Rich, we haven't talked about this yet, the Klein Tool of the Month.
That's true.
It will
It's
be.
a black bag.
Yes, it is. It is a, ready for this? A 510216 SP BLK Deluxe 16-inch black canvas tool bag. And this thing is pretty cool. Robbie was trying to, a couple months ago, use that for her purse, I think. Is that what you...
Yeah. Well, in that model number, the BLK actually stands for black, but they also make a canvas version that if you go to Klein Tools' website, you can order it and have it logoed with your company stuff.
Yes, with your company logo on it if you wanted to.
Yes, which to me would be an awesome way to do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, and if you wanted to sign up for the newsletter to find out what that actually looks like and have it sent to you, how could someone do that?
You just go to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page, first, last name, email address, scroll on down, and click on Boom, done.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Andrew's
or very
texting
much
me.
like that.
What is he telling you to do? Talk into the mic? Is that...
No, turn the mic away from your mic because it's getting a lot of reverberation. Thank you.
You could just say it. You know?
She's so new to this radio thing.
699.98 times.
Only 13 years.
Andrew.
Oh, everybody's getting a little whippy here in the last.
About your age, right, Andrew? Bada bing, bada boom.
Uh-huh.
Well played.
I'm sorry, how old are you, Andrew?
I am turning 18 in February.
Oh, okay, so basically you're 17.
Oh, damn.
Those were the days.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing radio long before he was born.
Yeah. There you go. Well, are we ready for the tip of the week, Rich?
Oh, damn. Is it that time?
It is. It is that time. Do you have something ready?
I do, actually.
Oh, okay. If rumbling and
I just wasn't paying attention. I got Allison sitting there. I haven't even said hi yet.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
Hi, Allison.
How's the weather?
Weather's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a good day for a Christmas parade.
Yeah.
Good thing we're having one.
Oh.
It's what, 85 degrees down there?
So that'd be something like 82 and sunny.
Yeah, see, there you go. If rumbling and cracking sounds are made by your water heater and there never seems to be enough hot water, stop by the Water Heater Warehouse in Northbrook and talk with Bob. He has a full line of A.O. Smith professional line water heaters with pure magnesium anode rods. And other places cheap out and install aluminum anode rods that gel and sludge. With Bob from Northbrook, everyone gets wholesale prices at the Water Heater Warehouse in Northbrook. It's right across the street from Glenbrook North High School. And you can give Bob a call at 847-564-4448. That's 847-564-4448. And if you don't really need a new water heater and you just need to have it cleaned, he also has the Mag Erad, and it comes in a 2-pound family size. It's all approved by all water heater manufacturers, and you can find it at Menards. How many Menards, Rich?
410.
At least 410. It might be in more now.
At least.
And the Water Heater Warehouse, you can also find it there in
Did you
Northbrook.
almost say what I thought you said?
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay.
I thought you said a warehouse.
Really?
No.
Yes, that's what he said.
The Water Heater Warehouse.
Andrew, can you play that back? And
Water
see what he
heater.
said?
Not right now.
What do I got to do today to get a water heater tomorrow?
There you go.
Oh, that's a keeper.
Yeah, there it is. All right, it's it. Just give Bob a
What
call.
do I got to do today to get a water heater?
Give Bob a call, 847-564-4448. That's 847-564-4448. Are you ready, Rich?
I am.
You is. All right, here we
I
go.
am what I am, and I is what I is, and I is no more than I am.
Okay, Sparky.
All right. So, with the holidays upon us, Christmas just a week away or so. Give or take. Yeah.
The Bears.
So here's some things that you should and shouldn't do.
Some things.
So if
Sorry,
you're
we're taking
cooking
you
for
very
if you're cooking
seriously.
for the family and you're going to have the oven on for more than say a couple of hours, you want to make sure you open the window because this will allow additional fresh air to come in. Otherwise, this way you can avoid carbon monoxide poisoning, which leads to drowsiness, confrontations, and headaches.
Uh-huh.
Oh, confrontations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. People get ornery.
Yep. Or they
keep your tree watered, unless it's an artificial tree with electrical wires on it. But if it's a wood tree, if it's a real tree, keep it watered.
Okay.
So when the tree dries out, it'll lose its needles faster, and not to mention it becomes quite flammable.
Right.
Turn off all decorative lighting before you go to bed. and make sure everything has a UL label. Most doesn't, especially if made in China.
Right.
Make sure all outdoor lighting is plugged into GFCI outlets. Use timers with photocells, preferably.
Mm-hmm.
When you're cooking, wash your workspaces and utensils often. We have this conversation often. You should have 2 cutting boards, and they should be, at best, 2 different colors.
Okay.
And one is for meats and one is for veg. And
All
never
right.
use the other. That's
And don't cross-contaminate your meat cutting board with your vegetable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And have
keep
a
your
third one
knife
handy
sharp.
to hit someone with a smart comment.
Sharp knives are safer than dull knives.
Oh, yeah.
Sharp knife will cut much easier. Most people have dull knives, so they look like they're using a saw, not a knife.
They cut clean right through your finger. You know,
Yeah, that's fine because it heals faster if it's a clean cut.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're traveling, make sure your car battery, brakes, belts, antifreeze, get a winter safety kit, throw that in their trunk.
Uh-huh.
Make sure that you're all good to go.
Yep. So, and that's what Will's probably going to have to do. You want to do that now before you leave.
I'll be honest. I've been here 6.5 years, and I still have no will or want to go to Disney, other than Epcot. Epcot has the drinking around the world thing, so that's just an adult challenge. You put the kids in the amusement park, and then we all go out.
Got it.
How did we go from cutting boards to drinking all day at Epcot?
I don't know.
I don't know. It
That was
just
a
popped in
smooth
my
transition.
head.
That's it.
All right, here's some don'ts.
Okay.
Don't put wrapping paper in your fireplace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's so
when that burns and it floats up, it starts the creosote in the chimney on fire, and you have a house fire. That's, of course.
Rich,
Yes.
can you also add don't recycle your Christmas paper?
Don't recycle.
Why can't you recycle it?
You can't recycle Christmas wrap.
Oh, you can reuse it.
Yes. You cannot
Well,
throw
that's
it in your recycle bin.
recycling-ish.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, it's actually really hard. Like, we go to this recycling. Now I'm going way off topic. But like envelopes with the plastic windows aren't supposed to be recycled, or you got to pull the plastic window out. Plastic goes in the garbage, and and any paper that's glossy usually can't be recycled. Gina's awesome, but she'll throw a 2x4 in the recycle can. She figures they'll make more paper out of it. Paper is made from wood, thus this 2x4 cutoff should be in the recycle bin.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
Maybe everybody should laminate their own recycle rules and tape it on their bins.
Oh, there you go.
So waste management knows.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
But
they actually run commercials here with the local. It's not Waste Management. They run these commercials and it tells you do and don't.
Right.
She zones out.
There's probably some guy on those trucks that's like, if I look at one more pizza box,
right?
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna run their bin over.
Yes.
All right, some more don'ts. Don't place candles near anything flammable.
Like curtains?
Or your uncle?
Don't thaw food. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Don't thaw food at room temperature. It should be done in a refrigerator, underwater, or in a microwave. If you have a fire on the stove, this is a big one. Don't throw water on it.
No.
Use baking soda or a fire extinguisher, or if it's just in a pot, maybe put the lid on it.
There you go.
But don't throw water.
Okay.
Don't wipe counters down with disgusting sponges. And use Uber or Lyft.
Oh! Whoa! There you are. That's the way to close it out. All right, we're going to be back with Allison Case and her better half right after the break. You are listening to...
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet
A long
brings
break
you
now?
incredible
Yes.
opportunities.
06.
Cool.
0601, technically.
Yep, because there's 1 second allocated for the
Sure. Yeah. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're back here, you notice that 1 second because it's like a hiccup. It's really annoying, but nothing we can do about it.
If you cared about your work, you would notice it.
Well, actually not really. I don't think as a host you would know. But I can
Is Andrew
see
the one
it
who sent the email last time I was here?
Oh, yes.
With your link or what?
No.
What email?
No, here. I think I can help you out, Allison.
Oh, I think it was, yeah.
I remember the email because Ron read it. He was so impressed.
No, Rich did.
Oh, yeah,
that was
right.
Rich.
The
The
last
what?
name.
His email?
Yeah,
His
okay, you
I'm
ready?
going out of town thing?
All right, for everybody on the Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, here's the letter we get from Andrew telling us he's not going to be in on Saturday, which you could pretty much put it in one sentence, but no. Andrew does it this way.
Hello, colleagues. Thank you for the continued initiative to maintain our professional relationship and produce the most valuable content for the loyal audience we are so proud to be connected to. From Saturday, March 23rd through Sunday, March 31st, I will be temporarily unavailable to fulfill my duties both in the educational and professional sphere. For urgent contact, please reach out via the email address listed in the signature below or leave a short message via the web address. Due to a crossing of an international border, cellular calls may not be available. My executive role at WNTH 88.1 FM, the voice of New Trier, will be halted, and the production of both the weekly news magazine program, New Trier Now, and the 3 programs in which I co-host will be temporarily rescinded. Alternate arrangements at WCGO 1590 AM and the Global American Broadcasting Network, GAB, have been solidified such that no auditory change to the weekend brokered content will be observed. Pasted below are the official shift coverages.
You were born to be a campaign manager.
Yeah.
Right?
Or a non-disclosure act of some sort.
Yeah, that's what he puts in his email, just saying, I'm not going to be in on Saturday.
Can we record Rich reading my home warranty? Yeah. And I can just send it to clients at the end?
Yeah.
Audio podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Home warranty is a podcast.
Yeah.
That was when I was an intern. That was.
Oh yeah, no, that was.
Oh, now he's professional.
Yeah, that was
no, that was very professional.
Very
Don't let
professional.
him hound you.
No,
that was a whole 8 months ago.
Polite.
That was a whole 8 months ago.
It is living on.
Andrew.
Yeah, I mean.
So,
you know how many people reference an email I sent 8 months ago?
Yeah, well, I get it. Yeah.
Never as many as I
Same thing
want.
with me. And it's not just that one; it's other ones too. It's like, what do you even mean when you say this? It makes
Right.
no sense. I don't
Everyone
think they'll
says
care
that
about
to me.
this, that sort of thing.
When I say, oh, that's going to be a change order, they say, what do you mean when you say that?
Right.
Yes, it's
What
to be
does
an
that mean?
additional cost.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You didn't know that was going to be behind the wall?
Right.
Come on, why not?
You don't realize that people don't work for free?
No. We're friends. Aren't you just going to help me out and do this?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go get some water real quick here. How much? Oh, we got plenty of time.
Yes.
You got lots of time.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out here. We have 3.5 minutes.
So apparently everybody's getting up and leaving. I thought Andrew was leaving too.
No, he was
So
just
if
straightening
anybody-
his shirt.
My mouse.
If anybody needs
So-
a break, we have a 3-minute break.
So, Robbie, is this where you get up and tap dance?
I sometimes do tap dance.
She
In her
does
head.
calisthenics sometimes, yes.
That's it. I thought about that today because I'm not going to get to the gym today. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do my regular exercise routine here. At the other studio that we were at for a while, there was one of the board up people would come and I had a weight ball, like a medicine ball, and we would play catch. I
Well, we
need
can turn up the
something.
temperature and do some hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Bikram, all the way.
Remember, Robbie, when I brought you a hot towel to put on your face? Do you remember that? That was also another intern thing I did. Do you remember that? It was
Full
like,
service.
I would kill for a hot towel, and I got it for you during a break.
That's awesome.
I don't remember that.
That is service.
Oh, that happened.
Did I have a sinus infection or something? There was some reason that
You needed a towel for your face in the middle of the live show with cameras. And you
Yeah, but it
didn't
does make your face feel better.
really does.
Unless you have eczema. Then it makes your
Okay,
face
I'll give you that. I don't
Eggs,
know
break
that.
eggs
out.
where?
Eczema.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were saying about hot yoga.
Yeah.
There's a place, one of those like breweries, craft breweries, and they have beer yoga on Sunday mornings. In case you were interested, I think a lot of
That's
them
good to know.
do. Yeah, I went on Sunday.
You know, I feel
don't
like
drink.
Mr. Floor is coming between us.
Yeah, I agree. But no, I went on Sunday, and you don't have to drink beer because I don't drink beer. But one of the instructors incorporates the beer into the yoga, the holding
Oh.
of beer.
Oh, so you actually have a goal, incentive to hold your posture, otherwise you
Yes.
spill the beer.
Yes, but afterwards, or you could drink beer. It's like
'Cause
10:30
that's
in the
alcohol
morning
abuse.
on a Sunday.
yeah.
So you could drink beer while you're doing the yoga, or just drink it after, or whatever.
Interesting.
Did they cut anyone off
They
when you
did
were
not.
there?
No,
They didn't have to cut anyone off.
No, it's too early. I think my husband just took his to go. They sell.
Well, was he
out.
sipping it with a straw?
They
Is-
have cans
Okay.
that you can buy. So I'm like, oh, that was kind of nice because it's free. The yoga's free, so it's
Beer's never free.
yeah. So I thought that was nice
60
to just
seconds.
buy some to go because who's gonna drink
This
it at
weekend,
10 in the
check
morning?
out Retire with Integrity with Brian Bowen. My name
People
is Doug
do.
Howard. I co-host the
Yes.
show with Brian, and we talk about things that are going
How's
to
everything
make a
sounding in the
difference
headsets,
in
okay?
your life when it comes
Crackly,
to your
Perfect.
a little bit, yeah.
I got a lot of echoing, but I think it's the cranium.
Stay retired. On this week's show, we're talking about legacy planning. Who is getting what?
Retire with Integrity. Listen every Sunday morning at 6 only on Smart Talk, 1590 WCGO. Playtime with Bill Turk and Carrie Kendall.
So you prepared a 1-minute song.
It's actually a 30-second spot for you.
So we are recording on this, D,
Okay.
right?
All right, are we doing it right
all
now?
you.
Okay. Bill, Turk, and Carrie Kendall have a radio show every Sunday 1 to 3 on WCGO. They talk about the arts on AM 1590. It's Playtime with Bill and Carrie. Tune in. Playtime with Bill and Carrie.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems. Home improvement problems, that is. Send an email now to robbie@mightyhouse.net or call into the show at 877-711-5611. From foundation leaks to roof repairs, the Mighty House team is on the job. You're listening to Mighty House.
All right. Is this mic on? Can I hear myself very well? There.
I can
Is it
hear
get-
you just fine.
You can.
And I'm
All right.
1,700
You ask
miles
yourself
away.
that every morning?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Ron Cowgill. The Mighty House team is back with hour 2 of the show. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Mag Erad. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday. MightyHouse.net, TuneIn.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. Podcasts of all of our shows are available at MightyHouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on HomeImprovementUSA.com. Yeah. Find at least the past 3 years. Find links to all of them at MightyHouse.net. Video
Hello,
clips of the
Jeff.
show are available at MightyHouse.net and on our Mighty House YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is at Mighty House. And you can give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. 877.
That biz? That TV?
711.
What is going on with you?
5611. 877.
He didn't say whorehouse.
877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. And if you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, give Trixie a call. Again, 877-711-5611.
Call now. We have operators standing by.
We do.
Trixie is waiting for your phone
Andrew,
call.
Andrew.
877-711-5611.
Can I finish this first?
No, I'm excited. Yes.
The Klein Tool of the Month is the 510216 SP BLK Deluxe 16-inch black canvas tool bag. And if you give Trixie a call, you'll put your name in the Mr. Floor tote bag.
That thing's got pouches and pockets inside.
Yes, it's very cool.
How
And
come you didn't tell him? Whatever. Go on.
Yeah.
he's staying on topic. That's why.
Mutiny. Mutiny.
No, he's
Yeah.
no.
Thank you.
Rich is staying
I
on
know.
topic. So the tool bag will be given away next week, since next week will be the last live show. So we'll
And it'll be a
giving
Christmas present for somebody.
Yes, it will. We'll get it in the mail right away.
Go on.
Okay, go. Just go.
First of all,
Derail the
Andrew
show.
keeps
Go ahead.
texting me
Why?
because he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
Not embarrassed. I'm saying it.
Sorry, that was just a broad assumption.
Right.
I was pointing to cluttered clarity.
What? No, you said we can wait until the end of the hour.
No, you were signaling to me in order to. I was just saying if we want to free up a microphone, we can wait until later.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she was communicating
What?
something else.
But my mom is here.
That's what I was
that's what you wanted
excited
to say.
about.
We can acknowledge that.
It's just a family day
Oh, it
here.
is, isn't it?
I know.
Andrew's mom is
I'm
here.
so
My husband
excited.
is here.
Yeah.
Andrew's mom, I like that somebody finally brought you a
What?
chair.
Yeah.
So, Allison, I don't
Oh,
know
he-
if you know the story, but yes, Ron he gave Andrew the nickname Fresh Meat, and then
Yes.
somebody actually wrote in and said that was a derogatory term for new prison inmates, so we shouldn't call him that. So
Right.
his mother was kind enough to call in and say, not only is it okay, I enjoy it. So,
Yeah,
we've
you
never
didn't
had the
call him
pleasure of
raw
meeting
meat,
her,
you
but
called
yes,
him
we have
fresh
Fresh Meat.
Yes.
Mom.
But and now he's no longer. We can't really call him Fresh Meat anymore because
No.
I mean he's in
No, he
charge
got rid
of
of the last 2 interns, didn't he?
All
He's
right,
Yeah.
your new
the high
name is
man on the pole now.
Angus.
Yeah, Angus Khan. Yeah.
ACDC. Angus.
So Allison Case
Yes.
from
Integra Rehab.
and I just realized Andrew told me you've been filling in for Robbie for the past 4 years?
Yes, it's been 4 years. Can
No,
you
it
believe it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think I've
amazing.
been doing this show for 4 years.
No, it doesn't feel like it, but actually it's been 14. So
It cannot have
yes,
been
it's been 14 years. Yeah.
Yep.
I would say a couple years.
I know. Yeah, I know. So that's what it is.
That's how I feel about every hoodie that I own.
All
So-
I have to do is look at the
Right, look at
stains
the
around
wrist.
here and
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
I'll probably get rid of this one.
So,
And then what are you gonna
and since we're rolling up on our second to the last show, I wanted to try and get you in because you filled in. You've done a lot of work with us, and I wanted to get you in to say thanks and have one less shot at getting out there on the air.
Yeah, well, thank
And,
you so much. No, it's been a real pleasure here. You know, so
Filling in?
fun to
Yep.
yeah,
Obviously,
and
you
I've
haven't
learned a
gone to
thing
her
or two.
website
No, I haven't. Why?
or Googled her because obviously she gets a lot of airtime all over the place with cranes and all kinds of stuff. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of a big deal.
and her head fits through the door too.
Yeah. So that's cool. And you brought your husband today,
I did.
Michael,
Yes.
which is very cool because I want to ask him what he does for a living.
Me too.
Oh.
Me too.
And then, how does he live
With
a
me?
contractor?
Oh,
But yeah,
Because
with you.
the other side of it is obviously, for Rich and I, our wives know that we're just never around. We're always somewhere else working, and we never work on our house. So I was kind of curious if that also happens in the reverse, where you never work on your house. You start a lot of things, but don't finish it like I do.
oh, no, I'm female, so
So you do finish.
yeah, so we
things?
finished.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
She finishes
Yeah,
Yeah.
she finishes it.
yeah, yeah.
for our sanity.
Right.
I mean, maybe there is one sentence that prevails, which is, "I am not your contractor."
That she has said that.
I love that.
So now, do you go hire contractors then to fix things around the house?
All the time. I sneak them in.
Yeah.
I figure out her schedule and then sneak them in.
Are you in construction at all?
No, outside. I do have a kind of side business where I do consulting for general contractors. We do a morning and then kind of pep talk and then evening debrief over dinner.
He consults one contractor.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
has
I-
one client.
Yes.
I was kind of going, and I'm like, no.
Have a little,
Yeah.
it
You
involves
had
a
me
little
for a
psychology, but
second,
also
yeah.
kind of objective
Starts
insight.
with coffee and ends with a dirty martini, usually between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m.
So you get at the end of in the morning, you're giving her a pep talk. Go out there, go get going, honey.
Go get them.
And then at the end of the day, you're talking her down.
Yeah.
After
yeah,
all the issues.
and kind of reflecting on the events of the day and
Yeah.
how to move forward. And
When I'm like, can you believe this client tried to whore themselves out for the water heater?
And I
It's
say,
a
"Yes,
change
I
order.
do."
End of story.
Wow.
that
Yeah.
makes complete sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I bet it's different being a female.
Yeah.
Then, you probably have different,
Experiences.
yeah, than Ron and Rich would have, yes.
I would think so.
Yeah, yeah. People are probably a lot nicer.
So because
To Ron and Rich.
Oh, I would say to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
But you have one of your lead carpenters or your production manager.
Mhm.
So do your clients then talk past you to him, or
No.
or do they still talk to you when you guys are in meetings and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. And we set up our projects pretty clearly. So, like, when a project is early on, and everything we do is architecture led. So, First, I have the architects that referred me in the first place, but early on, I handle all the bidding pretty much exclusively. So we kind of transition into the project with the foreman.
Got it.
So it's kind of a process where I'm naturally the first person they're talking to in charge. So it's usually a good transition.
So that already carries through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually, as far as the trades, I've never really had an issue. Robbie, do you have a question?
I do. And again,
Her hand is up, so
yes,
I'm going to call
She
her.
does that on radio.
They are used to this, but you are not. You know what? We are going into this conversation as though we already know who you are.
We do.
But our listeners
We
do
do.
not know who you are, and we didn't truly get an intro. Who are you?
We did that at the top of the hour. Where were you?
Well, we said her name and the company, but that's
Yeah,
it.
so-
We didn't really get into what you do.
Yeah, so Integra Rehab is a general contractor, and we do major renovations and remodels. And
Serving what area?
Serving Chicagoland. We are desperate for work, so we go where the work is, primarily.
But you're more like the
We do
Hyde
a-
Park area, right?
Yeah, I live in Hyde Park, and we do quite a bit of work in Hyde Park. But we're in Chicago, Oak Park. We do a lot of historical restoration.
I was going to say, you have had some fun projects, haven't you?
Yeah. So a lot of Frank Lloyd Wright Historical District. We did the oldest frame firehouse in Chicago.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That
so-
is awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
Downtown.
Yeah,
in the
downtown.
city.
Yeah.
Drive.
Condo buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And working in the condo buildings downtown is a completely different ballgame, dealing with the condo association,
Yeah.
pulling the permits, and,
Hell, just reserving the elevators. And
No,
Oh, yeah.
even
Oh, it's
get me
ridiculous.
started.
and parking and all that
Yeah.
stuff. There's a lot that goes on. It's not, and to do a kitchen there, and to do one in the suburbs, completely different
yeah.
cost amounts. So it's really an interesting dynamic working down there. So all right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more from Allison Case and Integral Rehab. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Well,
on products, you think to yourself, what difference does it make? The rates are all about the
To
same.
bring back the good old days.
Okay, we have a couple of
Oh, yeah.
people who have said hello to us.
Yeah.
Inika says good morning. Aaron says, hi, Michael, good to see you.
Hello.
yeah.
Well, how do you guys know each other?
He was at the last NARI meeting. Or the one
with
before
Ron?
that.
No, how do you and Aaron know each
The
other?
president of NARI.
Yeah, I met him at the
Holiday party.
holiday party,
Oh.
and then the speaker who came in.
I'm just impressed we remember the holiday party.
So there was a speaker who came in to talk about contractor client relationships.
So you are in construction.
No, I'm not.
You just
by
Oh,
marriage.
okay.
Just
By
play
marriage only.
Just play one on TV.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
And
Or radio.
Yeah, radio.
Jeff
radio.
also
So-
said hello to Robbie Ellison and those other people. Thank you very much. George said, come December 22nd, the lyrics, I'm missing my remodelers tonight, will somehow take on a whole new meaning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Rich Cowgill joined us on
Oh, hey.
Facebook.
Hey, Rich.
I did.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah,
It says you joined us. Let's see. What else do we have going on?
Wow, that's a relief.
But one thing that the viewers may or may not know is that this is the first time that Robbie and Ellison have met face to face.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know. I think we met somewhere once before at a Nari's
event.
Something. I think.
I don't think so. I feel like I'm looking at my doppelganger.
I do feel that. I do.
The closest
yeah.
you came was when you did that marathon,
That
for
mudding.
the mud event, the mud run,
That was when you were
and where
with
you're on the phone.
Only pay for what you need.
See, I work construction. I build things.
Like,
I don't know if y'all realize the
something
pressure a man like me's got on.
There was one at like
This
some
is
big warehouse
Mighty
place
House.
like a couple years ago, and there was a big party between like the Nari group and then
and KBA.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah. It was like in a big warehouse thing. It was loud and noisy and crowded.
We're back. You ready?
We were having a little chat.
Yeah, I know you were. But we're back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're back live on the air
Sorry.
now. Just say it. Just letting you know.
Okay.
You can follow us on Facebook by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show, and our Twitter handle is @Mighty House. If somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, and get Allison's information, how could they do that?
.net. Click on the Contact Us page, put in your first, last name, email address, scroll on down, click on boom, done.
All right. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. And if you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, give Trixie a call, 877-711-5611, and she'll sign you up for the deluxe 16-inch black canvas tool bag from Klein Tools. And we'll give that away next week on the 21st. So you should, hopefully, we can drop it in the mail right away, and you'll have it before Christmas. So if you want to, like, re-gift it, you could do something like that if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. So, yes, Allison.
Oh, wait, Robbie's raising her hand.
Yes. Sorry.
Sorry, I was going through emails, and Klein Tools has a new product introducing new fish tape line. Fish tape line.
Uh-huh.
Those words mean nothing together.
Yes, they do.
What is fish tape line that Klein Tools has to come up with?
It's a fish tape.
Which is?
Use that for pushing through conduit to pull wire.
It's a spool of either a
fish
wire. It's a hard like spring wire, or it's made out of fiberglass sometimes. And then they also have some that's like a braided steel line. And you push that through the conduit, you hook on your wires, and then you pull those wires back through with the fish tape.
Is it because you're fishing for something?
You're fishing for the wire, yes. So
or a compliment. You guys.
They have fiberglass.
Yep.
They have steel.
Yep.
Okay, so Klein Tools has new fish tape line.
Yep.
It just sounds weird.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah, they're coming up. So
a new line of fish tapes or a new fish tape line? Because
Yeah.
the other thing on larger conduit, you just use a vacuum and suck the cotton ball with the string on it.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
You never done that before? Never heard of that?
Never
seen
heard
in the
that.
Emergency room.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
I don't know where you guys go.
Michael, I don't know how you do it, brother.
All right. It's
I've got a
Robbie
great home life.
and Allison's World.
Yes.
That's a new podcast. Robbie and Allison's World.
Yeah, there you go.
I got ideas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yikes.
Yeah, exactly, Rich.
Yikes.
Now, our listeners can also call in, can't they, with their questions and
Sure.
comments?
Yeah, they could.
877-711-5611.
Yep, that's right.
We'd love to hear from you.
That's how it works. So we were talking about some of the projects you're getting into. And do you do the smaller stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got one for you.
Oh, great.
See, that's the great thing about being a part of NARI, the National Association of Remodeling Industry. I don't work down in your neighborhood, and
Yeah.
you generally don't work in mine.
Right.
So if I get a lead down there, here, call Allison. She'll take care of you.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to,
Yeah.
And then, that
Well,
goes
plus you
around.
know that you're steering them to somebody that you can trust or will do a good job for them.
Because NARI is a great organization for our listeners. If you need somebody in the industry, go to NARI.
NARIchicago.org.
There you go.
In my opinion, all remodelers should be NARI certified.
Yeah. See, and I'm on the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea that it's a tight-knit select group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And because the larger it gets, the less you start to know those people. And now you're referring somebody that you really don't know. So when it's a tight-knit group of 150 contractors, so now, those people are showing up. You know them, you know who they are. And when you refer them, you know who they're getting.
Now, as an outsider, I had a question. So at NARI, if I understand correctly, they vet the contractors that are members. So to be a member and to be listed with them, you have to be...
Go through a
Yeah,
background
but
check.
let's clarify that. So what they do is a simple background check to make sure that there's no outstanding warrants.
Or
and then
legal.
financial
I was so
stuff.
relieved they approved me.
So the bottom line is just because they've done that doesn't mean that the contractor is good. So don't, you know what I mean? But obviously we do the background check, so that's always a tough one.
Right, and check the
But
insurance.
the big thing is particularly the guys that do the continuing education and so on. Just, I get it all the time down here. I get so frustrated on jobs because guys will do stuff wrong, but it's not wrong to them. This is how we've always done it, and it's like,
Yeah,
but
well, you've
we
been doing it
realized
wrong.
about 5 years ago that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so NARI does educate their contractors, so they offer guest speakers and educational material, right? So
Constantly. Yep. So there's a constant flow of information and keeping you up to date with things that are going on. So it's a good organization to be involved with if you're in remodeling, home improvement stuff. So
because there are so few organizations for remodelers. Really,
oh yeah, right. There's the Home Builders Association.
The National Association of Home Builders has their sort of remodeling stuff, but it's it's not as good.
It's slanted. It's still the Home Builders Association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
And so people who are looking for a qualified contractor, it's a good resource to go to their website then.
Yeah, there you go. NARIChicago.org. Check it out. And then Allison will pop up there,
Yeah, exactly. And then everyone can meet me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just met with a panel of inspectors this week.
That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to get a little confrontational, and it didn't.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would.
Especially since you were...
I was moderating. Which is always slightly scary for everybody involved.
Yeah, that's right. Let's put the unlit match, right next to the fire and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure the NARI lawyer was like, "Oh my God, she's like a monkey with dynamite."
And it went off really well. We got to see from their perspective, of what they're looking for when they walk into a job, and what they want to see, and
if
why
they're really
asking,
out to get us.
Right. Yeah, or if they're just being forced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an interesting way, and then also they got to kind of see things from our perspective and kind of what we were.
Yeah, I felt like the
addressing.
Contractors were really honest, in that panel.
Oh, yeah.
More honest than I would have thought.
Yes.
A couple times I was like, ooh.
Yeah, no, it was surprising to hear what they said. So that was good. It was an interesting meeting. So cool. And Robbie?
No, I was actually thinking about giving out the phone number again. You gave it out earlier, which was wonderful. Because you know what? We have now 3 experts. And then whatever Michael does, he still hasn't told us.
Yeah, he won't tell us.
No, it's very interesting because you know what? I don't want to say well-spoken, but you're well-spoken. I said it anyway.
And
but
he's
you're
super hot.
And he's I can only say that about Rich and Ron. I'm sorry. They are super hot. I can't say that about Andrew because his mom's here. And he's too young for me to say that. But anyway, you are at ease on the radio. You know about construction. Let me give that number that I promised first. 877-711-5611 because you have a room full of experts. And then, again, whatever Michael does. That's a hint, Michael.
Yeah, so I do. I just got my real estate broker's license.
Okay,
so
because Integro is taking over the world.
He's in the industry for real estate.
Yeah,
so now you
just
have
started,
4 people you can call and ask questions of.
Mm.
So 877-711-5611.
Yep.
So then what's your view of the market right now, at least the Chicagoland area?
So, I'm just getting into the industry, so just take it. I just got my license, so I'm learning. But I've been somewhat aware.
That's a good perspective to have.
Yeah. So it's not. The overall economy has been fluctuating. There are a lot of things that are been on hold that are affecting it. So, but the market is still pretty active. It has its ups and downs. People are talking about, hey, there's going to be we're due for another kind of recession, but I think
not a recession, just sort of a slowdown because
Yeah.
it's been running at such a fast pace.
Yeah.
For 11 years now, it's been growing every year. So.
And Chicago always has it's a very organic city, and it's always changing, and there's development, both residential as well as larger scale going on. There's always a neighborhood that's been neglected, and that is room to expand, and for people to make a good investment, whether you're a homeowner or a business, to where if you're willing to stay for and move and become a part of that community, there's equity to be built and things like that. So it's
especially if you got a guy.
So right. So now is this going to be a team here where now you've got the inside track on properties that your wife then can come in and rehab and put together.
So we are opening Integral Properties.
Ooh, all right, there you go. All
yeah,
right.
which will be a real estate brokerage, primarily focusing on Kenwood, Hyde Park, South Shore area.
All right.
And we will see.
So is that the area you were talking about, that the Kenwood area, that is a good place for
Yeah,
growth?
I mean, you always see, Fulton Market area that, 10 years ago, just west of the Loop, that was, a neglected area, packing district, mainly industrial, and then it became the art galleries moved in, and then there were a few lofts, and now it's gourmet central. There's just bars, and it is the place to go for dinner options and during the day and evening and weekends. And Google's come in there and other industries and hotels. It's a completely different feel than 10 years ago. So there's different parts of the city. I think the north side has been more developed in that sense, but there's still room up there. So south side, west side, around the Loop. I mean, even close areas. Pilsen, went through a renaissance 15 years ago and kind of still has room to be developed. Pilsen, I think, there's definitely a lot of areas that have better access to the city, and definitely traffic's a little bit easier on the south side, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Getting from point A to B takes half the time.
And Michael is also the head sailing coach for After School Matters.
Oh,
and
there
he
you go.
sails.
Yeah.
Wind in his hair.
Uh-huh.
That's how we met.
He was my sailing coach. He takes advantage of his students.
Yeah.
Okay, too much.
But not anymore.
Not
anymore.
not anymore.
La, 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 la.
I asked for her ID.
There we go. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with some more right after this. You are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Oh, all right.
Any calls yet?
We're air. Trixie gets her. She's got her own show going back there, and
She's taking all the calls.
She
Yeah.
takes the calls. She
Filters them.
answers. Yeah, and then and then she. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So polite. So Midwest.
See?
Yes.
I guess that's it.
You could ask people if they have holiday construction wishes.
Yeah.
Seasonal kind of.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
right
they
Think
do.
about the New
It
Year.
has to be done
Think
before
about the New
Christmas.
Year. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. My wife right now is thinking, get this done, please, now.
Before people show up.
Yeah. Yeah, because
She's like, my kitchen has no ceiling.
no, because my painters called. They had some time, and I said, "Oh, great, come on in."
Oh yeah. I
So
didn't
the
know.
house is just torn to shreds right now.
Oh.
There's
Sanding?
Wow.
Sanding, painting, yeah, all that,
Oh.
everything.
Wow. What are you doing? What are you
I have- the entire first floor is getting
repainted?
repainted. And
Did you pick the colors?
No.
Did your painter pick the colors?
Yes. I just call him. I say, just paint the house.
Yeah.
He knows. What am I going to do? What shade of white? I don't care. Paint it.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
Is that wrong?
No, there's a Benjamin Moore color called I Don't Care.
Really?
That's the one I use.
I don't care white.
Right.
Money. I used it
Really?
to add to my collection of clown
That's why you hire
paintings.
professionals.
Take
They
a
take
look.
care of it for you.
Yes.
Amazing. Wow.
And even
Only pay for what you need.
Lisa, if you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
It's Mighty House. Call Mighty House now at 877-711-5611.
What's wrong, Alice? You hadn't heard that
and
one?
get advice from the experts themselves.
This is Mighty House.
Join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live now, right? Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Rad. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is @MightyHouse. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. There we go. All right. And
you were talking a little bit about after-school matters and sailing.
Yes.
So for those not familiar with After School Matters, that's a Chicago public school program?
It's not it works with the public school system, but it's an independent nonprofit. But they work with a lot of organizations, the Park District, the Chicago Park District with the city, and the public school system in CPS. So they basically offer after-school programs free of charge for Chicago teens. And the only qualification is that they be enrolled in a public school, in the public school system. And they offer in a whole range of topics, anywhere from computer science to lifeguarding to
sailing.
Theater.
I didn't know they had a sailing program.
Theater set building, yeah.
That's amazing.
So, well, we've got a little lake right next to Chicago, and a lot of teens have never been on that lake. So we offer an opportunity to learn some skills, to learn how to sail, but we also, all these programs, After School Matters, the great thing about them is it teaches life skills too to these kids. And so they come out with specific vocational skills that they could apply, but also kind of life skills that they can apply to all sorts of scenarios as they go into adulthood. So
are they starting out on a little sunfish in a pond somewhere, or what's going on?
Yeah, well, we take them and we just throw them in. First thing we do is have them capsize a boat in the harbor. Obviously, get right in there
does it on video.
in April when it's nice and cold. Fresh out of right after the ice breaks. But they're wearing dry suits that protect them. But we teach them how to sail, and also it's an apprenticeship. So a lot of these After School Matters programs have a job opportunity associated with them, and they can apply to, in our program, they work in the summer with a 6-week contract with the Park District and are able to apply the skills as instructor assistants, teaching other kids from the city everything they've learned. And some of the more successful people will come back year after year. We have probably 75-80% retention on our class unless they graduate, and by the end they get all the skills. They can pass a national level instructor certification class.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is.
I wish I had learned life skills as a teenager.
So he's now teaching that to you then, right?
Yeah.
Well, where did you learn all your construction skills?
Where did I learn my construction skills? Pretty much on the job is where I learned it. I used to work for a large architectural engineering firm. We were building hospitals and higher education facilities. And then I started in the industry as a developer, intending to flip a house like everyone else in America.
Because that's what they do on TV, and it's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
And it only takes an hour.
And I hired a really, really bad contractor. And through that experience, I was like, oh, man, I can mess this up all by myself. I don't need to pay someone to mess this up for me. And so that's what I did. And then I had a friend who was like, oh, I have 3 bids from contractors. I'm way over budget. I don't trust any of these guys. Why don't you renovate my house? I trust you. You're my friend. And so I did that. And then I had another friend do the same thing. And the rest is history. Yeah.
And that's generally, I think, how most people get into it. It starts off almost like a side gig.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon, if you're doing a halfway decent job, it just starts to roll. And then pretty soon you're off on your own doing 60 hours, 70 hours a week. And
it's an odd thing, because even if you went to college and you get your construction management degree or whatever, you really have no experience.
Right.
Still, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you might think you want to get in construction, but most of the estimators I have that all have their degrees they need to learn a lot.
Yeah. Well, and that's where organizations like NARI come in too, because, you know, I mean, I'd say every year, you know, there's something I'm looking at where I'm reaching out to the NARI people and I'm like, what am I looking at?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Why is this doing that?
Right.
You know? So it's a great network. And I think in home renovation, especially with all the new technology that keeps coming out and everyone's got an opinion.
Sure.
Right. You know, and so it's like sussing it out and vetting the subs.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you can do project management and you can communicate, you're usually better than at least half of everybody else out there.
Right. So,
but again, doing remodeling, particularly in an older area like Chicago, where the building science is there. So we, you know, Ron and I, green certified, you know, all this stuff. The building science is wonderful, but you can actually ruin a house by applying all this new stuff.
Yeah.
Unless
way.
you're doing a whole house remodel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you're putting an addition on and you make it too tight, that addition is going to end up with fogged up windows and everything because it's tight and dry and all the moisture from the old portion is just shooting in, and you got to be very careful and balance that. So there's a lot more that goes into it than just pounding nails.
I mean, like speaking about, I got a guy, you guys, when I came in, you guys were talking about that. And it's like, no, you know, your contractor's role is changing. You know, you really need someone who's looking at the whole project, at everything that's going in, because it doesn't matter. You have a designer, you have an architect, you've done your research. You still need that contractor to know what they're looking at and how everything is going to translate to everything else, you know?
And that's where someone that says, oh, I can do this myself, and they just go out and hire their own people. But if that person is, and especially if you're just doing a bathroom or kitchen, I'll just do it myself. But to coordinate the electrician with the plumber and make sure that the tile's getting set and all that gets lined up at the right time, the homeowner's just probably going to get
what
lost.
Happens when you do demo and you don't know what you're looking at, and none of the trades want to do it because it's like a crappy scope of work, and so everyone's like, oh no, this is the plumber, and the plumber's, oh no, it's the electrician, the electrician, oh no, that's the carpenters. You know, that's where the contractor comes in, because it's our job to say, nope, this is you're the winner.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Take the job or not, right?
Yeah.
You know, it also works in a different way where somebody comes up to you and they say, you know, this has to be like this, and it wasn't in our bid that way, so it's $1,000 more, and you look at it and go, no, you need to go do this, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
So you have to know when you're being BS'd.
Right.
Because it does happen quite often. Like, no.
Well, and it's a lot of personalities too, right? Like construction is
Oh, yeah.
distinctively different from any other industry, you know, and you got to be a little tougher, and you got to take things at face value, you know. And I think that would be hard for a lot of homeowners, especially if they have like a professional career. To try and manage your own construction project is going to be
So, and that brings up another point I always told people too is, you know, regardless of what you do for a living, this is what I do for a living. I do this. So my subcontractors are the same guys I work with most of the time.
Right.
Yep.
And they know that every job I give them, they're going to get paid. It's a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
When a homeowner tries to general their own job, they are considered a one and done.
Right.
So the level of service is going to be completely different. They will get blown off to go to work on one of my jobs before they come back to your house. Because I give them 10, 15 jobs a year. You're one, they don't care. So the level of service is completely different when you're a homeowner generaling. And I always tell people, whatever you do, go to work, get overtime, make money, pay me. Everybody will be happier in the end.
Yeah. The most
Do what
expensive
you know.
contractor you can hire is the one who doesn't do it for a living.
Right. That's exactly it.
Yeah. And that's the unfortunate truth, you know. You need someone, you need a deputy in charge.
An advocate.
Yeah.
It's basically, that's what you're paying a little more for, is someone to advocate for you and handle it for you.
And a lot of homeowners think that it has to be an adversarial
right.
Yeah, that's true too, and I don't understand that.
I don't
either.
get it. No.
relationship with the contractor and the homeowner, and it doesn't.
Right.
And
Well, then the worst part is if there is any kind of dispute, it's like, oh, let's go to the architect. I'm like, really? Who do you think started this mess by not doing a detail?
Right.
Yeah, see, I like the architects because it's like it's like, well, you don't have to believe me. You have to believe your architect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
No, but I mean, how often do you get?
Whoa.
We say this all the time. You get jobs that they want you to bid, but they're not ready for bid.
Right.
No, they're basics.
There's no specifications. There's no selections. There's no model numbers. No appliance list. No finishes. What do you want me to bid? Drywall?
Well, that's
I'll
another
get you to
great
drywall.
Yeah, that's another great point too, is like more often than not, 100% of the time, like homeowners have no idea the level of specifications that we need for everything. It's like you want to renovate, your kitchen, and they're thinking about tile and cabinets and counters. We're like, no, what kind of hinges do you want? 3 inches, 4 inches, rounded, chrome.
Right.
You know.
What appliance is it? Where does the outlet need to be?
Right.
Do you need water there?
Right. You want a privacy lock? You want a passage lock? What kind of cabinet pulls you want?
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to rub a shelf system. They don't know. They have no idea what we're talking about,
Right.
and that's really where you need someone
right.
to
Well, and that's
communicate.
why when you're trying to work with somebody and you go, what is your budget? And they're like, $50,000. You're like, where did you come up with that budget?
That's all the money I can afford.
That's
Right.
what's in my account.
Right.
That's what I saw on HGTV.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's always the worst part.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish more of those shows. It's funny. Like I watch, just the Counts Customs.
Yeah.
And that's the one reason why I like Danny Coker on that show, because he'll talk money openly.
Yep.
My budget's $70,000 for this build, and when they pick up the car, he'll go, I came in just under, or maybe sometimes he goes a little over if there was a little damage, but they talk about it.
Right.
They need to talk about what it costs to do these jobs. You know what I mean?
And what
they
it really
don't.
is.
Yeah, because a lot of times they tell you what the cost is, but it's only the materials.
Right.
It's not the entire project.
Yeah, I mean, Fixer Upper was saying, like, we can do a whole gut rehab for $90,000. I was like, oh, man, shoot me in the head.
Right.
You
Or
know?
here's this kitchen project. We did it for $5,000.
Right. No way.
No, you didn't.
You didn't buy cabinets for $5,000.
No.
Right.
No, not at all. All right.
Not unless you went to Restore.
Right. Information again, Allison?
Allison Case, Integra Rehab.
And how can someone get a hold of you?
You can go to our website at www.integro-rehab.com.
And also, if you're on the south side over there, you could also, if you're looking for a house, you might have somebody to help you
Yeah,
out.
exactly. I have.
Absolutely. That would where I come in with Integro Properties.
There you go.
To open in 2020.
All right.
Awesome.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to take another quick break, and it's time for Clutter Clarity next. You are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
This is John Daniel, the sheet metal workers of Smart.
All right.
Mike, the gain, I don't know if it was the cable or something, but whatever you did, it's better now. So.
No, I just leaned into it, and I probably was the cable, but yeah, I kind of just did it for
Well,
1
it's still
second.
a little bit hot, so if you maybe turn it on just a tad
What?
more. But,
All right, hang on.
But
Let me
yeah,
see where we're at.
it was
She
good.
wants Andrew's mom.
All right, we'll try that.
Okay. It's your segment. You can do what you want. It's Robbie's world.
Right.
Robbie's world.
It's Robbie's world.
Maintain the environment in its most critical settings.
It is so weird to be here with Robbie. It's
Smoke
like,
and fire management systems in practically every building you or your loved one sets foot in, giving you a path to safety.
I'll have to have Allison come in and do some with the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We have topics.
Smart Local 260
It's not exciting.
is in your home to keep you comfortable. No, they are also the ones that keep you safe.
so
and
cool.
that's
I'm
smart.
gonna ask you
Learn
questions.
more at smart265.
oh, here it comes. Parent-teacher conference.
Not Andrew questions. You could put on the headset.
Okay. That way you hear Rich.
Okay.
Say something, Rich.
Say something, Rich.
There you
Say
go.
something. Anyway, hello.
Can you hear Rich? Okay, good.
You can buy everybody you know. Let's start with the kids.
We swapped
Oh,
you out for
after
just a
quick mic
moment.
check, please. Could you count to 10?
You can still
with your mic?
sit.
Yeah, we have a stool.
Me?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All good.
There you go.
All right, 30
He's
seconds.
giving his mom's orders.
Cool.
He doesn't get to do that very
Yeah.
often.
No.
How can this be happening?
Am I going to be
Would
able
you
to
tell
work
her stuff
once
like
a
you tell me all the time? Talk into the mic. Stand closer to the mic.
Turn the microphone the other way.
You're getting. Why don't you text her while she's on the air too? Because
Visit
we can wait until the end. Whatever
Learn
works.
how to speak up and have a more informed conversation with your doctor.
Some questions have answers.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com.
Here I come to save the day.
Here they come to save the day. This is Mighty House.
All right, podcasts and previous shows available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. If you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, it is the 510216 SP BLK Deluxe 16-inch black canvas tool bag. And we'll be giving that away next weekend, since the 21st will be the last show. And you can give Trixie a call, 877-711-5611, and tell her you want to be on the list to win the Klein Tool of the Month. And she'll take your name and information down. It will go in the Mr. Floor tote bag, and that's as far as it'll go until next weekend when hopefully we draw your name. So, again, 877-711-5611. And if somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter, Rich, how can they do that?
Go over to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page. Just put in your first, last name, email address, scroll on down, and click on Boom, done.
Boom, done. Just like that?
Well, yeah, and you're going to want to do that because it's going to have links to YouTube and everything else for, so you can keep following the show.
That's right. It'll all be right there.
We're moving to a portable on-demand world.
Yeah, there you go.
Rich on demand.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Dreamy.
And there'll be a new segment called Robbie's World.
Yeah. And then when Allison's my guest, it'll be Robbie and Allison's World.
Yeah, that's great.
I know. We're going to do so many fun things.
I know.
It'll be like, so what I want to do, one of the things is like people will have, and you know what? One of my first clutter clarity things we could do. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to test things. Like people say, oh, do this, this works, and we're going to test it like in real time, live.
Hilarious.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I
know. So a couple years ago, there was this thing that everybody was taking nail polish and dipping eggs for Easter in nail polish.
Oh, and she did that in here.
I did. I almost poisoned the guys.
Blasting headaches. I mean, unbelievable. It smelled so nasty.
It was the coolest thing. I did it for the first time that I tried it live here, and that's what I want to do for some of our segments.
You couldn't eat them, though.
You
could?
You just
in nail polish, really?
The shell, but we didn't. But you could. But they were beautiful. It was just
because Ron was on the floor by the time you were done.
You do the swirls.
There's a reason why the EPA
they
banned
stay
lacquer,
when you
know
put
what I
it.
mean?
You put it in water. You drip nail polish drips in the water. You make a design in the water. Then you dip it in and pull it out, and the design stays perfectly. It was beautiful. So that's what I want to do. I want to do things that people are saying, "Oh, you could do this." And I want to do it live.
Yeah.
Robbie's Crafty Corner.
Robbie's World. No, because it'll be all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? How much time do we have left, Andrew?
You're taking up your own
No,
time.
I'm not.
7.5 minutes.
You did. Okay, let's go.
All right, you sure?
I'm ready.
This Clutter Clarity is powered by Mr. Floor Cleaning Products. You ready to sing, Allison?
I'll sing this because Robbie's here.
Okay. Andrew's mom, are you going to sing?
I don't know. Oh, we could put the words up, believe me. We could do the
Didn't know there was
going to
be karaoke involved.
No, that's it.
right. There's going to be Q&A next.
All right, this is Clutter Clarity on Mighty House. You ready to go?
No.
I didn't do any of the read.
That's
Nothing.
okay.
Here we go.
Save me from this prison. Allison, I can't hear you. Lord, help me get away. 'Cause only you can save me now from this misery. This is the Clutter Clarity part. I've been lost in my own place, and I'm getting weary. How far is heaven? I know that I need to change my ways of living. Allison and Robbie World. How far is heaven?
Lord, can you tell me?
All right, there we go. What I can tell you is Clutter Clarity is powered by Mr. Floor. Mr. Floor cleaning products are all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. All right, it's all you, Robbie.
Okay, so I always like to find easy ways to do things. 24 things you never knew you could clean in the dishwasher. So we're going to play Have You Done It?
Never have I ever.
Yes, but we're playing with
Yeah.
Andrew's mom. Yes. Welcome, Andrew's mom.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
What is your name, Andrew's mom?
Betsy.
Betsy.
I like Andrew's mom better.
I do too.
Yeah.
Fresh meets mom.
That's it.
Okay. And because we have how much time left, Fresh Meat?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. By the time I get through like 2 things on this list of 24, the show's going to be over. So we're going to kind of play, the speed round.
Okay, speed round.
Okay.
Lightning round.
Anybody,
It's the
lightning
season
round.
finale.
Anybody can jump right in.
Okay.
Things you didn't know you could wash in the dishwasher. Have
Dishes.
you done it? Potatoes.
Shoes.
No.
No.
Would you?
No.
No.
Why?
Because it's weird.
And it would take over an hour for the dishwasher to
No,
run.
they say
all that mud would get down in the filters of the dishwasher
yeah,
and
right.
ruin
All you
it.
smell is fungus every time you
no.
do it.
They say
Wash
you put it on
potatoes in a dishwasher.
the rinse only. According to some people, if you don't have time to wash your potatoes, you put them in there while you're doing other things. You get all the dirt off, and then you could just go right ahead.
Well, if you put on really hot
And
water,
what you
you
call
can cook
dirt,
it.
I call flavor. I just give them a little rinse, and then I just go
Yeah.
You know
whole
what?
hog on them.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree
And
with
by
all of you.
rinse, he just means a big sweater rub.
Dirty
Something
window
like that.
screens.
What?
Dirty window screens.
Bad idea.
That's a
Yes,
I don't
That's
no.
actually a
Fit
good
in there.
idea.
If you have a really
Never done it.
tall dishwasher.
If they're small enough to fit in your dishwasher, there's no simpler way to clean them.
If they're
Ron?
small enough to fit in your dishwasher, you are a hobbit.
Right?
Okay, the grimy drawers and shelves in your fridge.
That's what.
Oh.
That's where you put your drawers. They go in the washing machine. You don't put your drawers.
No,
in
no,
the
no,
dish-
not dwarves. Dwarves.
Oh.
Not dwarves.
It's not drawers, it's drawers.
I have done it, but I
Drawers.
got to tell you, you can only fit like two
Right.
in a thing. So it really, unless it's like really like somebody spilled something.
And
got
I'm
all
not sure
sticky.
that all that is dishwasher safe. So now you got to watch temperature and detergents.
Yep.
I've done it.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
Then
the
it must be
plastic pencil cup on your desk.
Like Never done it.
You've done it?
I've done it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you do
You
it?
mean your
I would
pen
do it. I do
holder?
the toothbrush holders in the
I don't
bath-
have
in the
pocket
bathroom.
protectors,
I
Yeah,
put those in
so
there.
I have a cup.
Okay, so get this. You said you've done toothbrush holders.
all the time.
One of the things on the list is toothbrushes.
Oh.
Yeah, I do that too.
Fresh meets mom.
All
Fresh
the-
Meats
Yes.
Mom puts toothbrushes
Yes,
in the dishwasher.
No, when they go.
I just get
Especially
new
after we
ones.
travel, and the little travel tubes in the dishwasher.
Really?
Yes.
Would you do hair brushes, which is also on the list?
Yes, and I've done hairbrushes.
I have
Really
a new
just
clutter
unpack
clarity
everything
queen.
into the
I'm
dishwasher
sorry.
Yes,
and
in
give it
the
to Chris?
dishwasher.
Oh.
This is
You don't know what you're bringing home.
crazy.
I believe in
a lot of
washing this
competition
stuff.
on
I've just never thought of loading up the dishwasher with all my
Yeah.
travel stuff.
Yeah. I haven't washed my comb in years. I don't know.
That could
Because
go in there.
well, that's probably because you haven't needed it. But
They don't mention.
but after washing your toothbrushes, all your travel stuff and everything,
Yep.
you put dishes back in there.
Yep.
it gets it. Oh, Rich.
Oh, you can just put your mustache comb right in the silverware
That water is
holder.
so hot.
That's right.
And it doesn't mention on this list, but makeup brushes. I've done makeup brushes.
I've never done
Too.
that.
I don't. I wash my makeup brushes and baby shampoo.
I would put those in the washer, I think, before I'd put them in the dishwasher.
Really?
Really?
Cabinet knobs.
What?
Would you take all the cabinet knobs off
Why?
if they're grimy?
Oh.
I'd be afraid they'd get ruined.
Yeah. The finish
Seems
might
like a
get-
lot of work
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
take
not
them
if
off.
they're like the glass ones, which they're showing here. Glass ones.
I just take Windex and paper towel.
60.
Mhm.
Grubby plastic toys.
No.
Yes, I've put dog toys in there.
Oh, I know people who put their dog dishes every single time their dog eats. The dog dishes go in the dishwasher with their dishes every single time.
Wow.
Every time. But they have 6 dogs. You know who I mean.
Mhm.
I thought there was 8 of them.
There's 9 if
Oh,
you count all of them. But 6 always up to 9.
Yep.
Pacifiers,
Yeah.
baseball caps.
No.
Yes.
It shrinks them.
I
If-
hear
if
the
your hat
music,
is
but
Now wait.
Yes.
Now wait. If you have the washing machine that doesn't have the agitator in the middle, like the new ones,
Yeah.
it's great on caps. That doesn't destroy them.
part 2 is coming up.
Oh, it is?
We have to
Yes.
wait. Yes.
Next week?
Because this is fun. No, not next week. Not next week. In
Next
6
hour.
minutes. In
We'll be-
6 minutes.
We'll be back right after
is
this.
Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
It may not be stomach issues.
We have a 6-minute break now.
Oh, 6 minutes.
Yes.
But you're still live on the Facebook and the Twitter and all that stuff.
So any faces you make.
Yeah.
So alive.
So then when we come back, we can continue.
Yeah. No, that's fun. This is fun.
Thank you, because there's one that's totally inappropriate, and I can't wait to say it.
Ah, yes.
Make sure you get a close up of Ron's facial expression on that one.
Yeah, this one was just like, all right, Fresh Meat has to close his ears.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
So feel free to walk around, get something to drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
We stuck her in the corner. She's fine.
Can I unplug my headphone to untangle this?
If you want to. Is it bothering you?
Were you born in September?
December. I'm a Capricorn. It's the thing.
Why?
Because I'm a Virgo and it's a...
What?
It's
OCD.
Yeah.
OCD thing?
Yeah.
I think more and more people are coming down with OCD. I think it's contagious.
I think more and more people need a label for being crazy.
Right.
We all just used to be
Well, I
crazy.
mean, everything is facilitate having a smartphone. You can be OCD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Ron just had a word for it. It's called world, as in Robbie's world. That's basically him saying crazy.
No.
Did I do something?
No. Not at all. Are you there, Rich?
Sure.
Okay, got him. Okay. Just making sure you were there.
No, I'm here. I just, taking care of work and.
Paying bills?
No, not today. Just taking care of work.
Oh. I haven't heard the Papa Top going off.
I turned the volume off because I figured my phone's going to blow up. I've got guys working all over the place.
Oh, yeah? So how much time are you spending over on the East Coast? It seems like you're over there more than...
Down to about 2 days a week instead of 3.
Oh, really?
Where on the East Coast?
West Palm Beach.
Oh, hard life.
But I got, the job is done. I'm just getting through all my inspections.
Well, where's the one that was across the street from Ocean Drive and you put a basement in?
916 Ocean on Palm Beach Island.
Oh,
right
that's...
down the street from Mar-a-Lago's, quarter mile from Trump's place.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting a basement in there. So it's just...
Basement's done. They're actually going vertical with the first floor walls now.
Yeah.
Grade beams are in for the first floor. We get that photographed once a month from the air.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I'll have to forward you a couple of photos. They're pretty cool.
Because it's
Me
all
too.
sand, obviously. So to dig a hole 8 feet deep, just imagine how big that has to be. And, for a foundation for the house, they're driving the trucks down in there.
Have you found any dead
Well,
bodies
and on top
during
of
the
that,
excavation?
when you're in the what they call a coastal control line,
Yeah.
the dirt can't leave the site.
Right.
So you have to stockpile everything. So you can't take the dirt away.
There's like
Which I have
massive
no idea what the
sandcastles
reason
like
is.
next to the construction site. Like, why do we have all these little buckets?
No, it was quite the pile. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
So,
oh yeah, no, the one I'm delivering right now is a $23 million equestrian estate.
Is the $23 million include the horses?
No.
Nope.
Just
They're
the
about $1
building.
million a copy.
Yeah. And how many stalls is it? 14?
15.
15?
And one for the husband.
No. It's got a viewing area off to the. It's got
In the
its
back,
own,
yes.
It's got its own kitchen and viewing area.
Wow.
The budget alone for the stable was $3 million.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I
that's
think
I
I
saw
saw
that
a
on
photo.
Facebook. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
stunning.
Beautiful.
Rich, your
I know,
tip of
it's
the week is up
insane.
already. It's been up for 22 minutes.
Yep.
What?
Tip of the week has been up for 22 minutes already, just so you know.
It's just because Andrew is like on top of everything.
Yeah.
Where is this?
I feel so
I'm
inadequate.
posting clutter clarity right now, or at least the. If you
No,
wanna
'cause Andrew's
continue
so
with it,
good
I don't think I can
and
add
on
it in the
top of
video, but
things.
So
it'll be up.
we need to ask Andrew's mom. Is he been like this his whole life?
Pretty much. Yeah.
So you're forcing him to go play. I would think. Like relax, dude. Go
He's
go
always
play.
been very purposeful.
Yeah.
Always.
Thank you.
Yes. It's who he is.
It's like, go have some fun. No. I got to work on this.
Yep.
No. Look, listen to me. You're a teenager. Go play.
Nope.
Go have some fun.
Andrew is all in. When he's in, he's all in.
Thank you.
This is the
And when he's
stable.
out, he's all out.
Yeah, all
He
in.
has that letter.
Two
This is
extremes.
right.
There's a bad. Yeah, absolutely.
Those horses live nicer than most people.
Yeah.
Yes.
A large.
Yeah, it's
Well, we
stunning.
learn lots of stuff.
Stunning.
The manure
Saw
from
that
these
too.
horses
That
can't
is
go out
fucking
for
brutal.
gardening or anything
goes
because of
like
all the
fixing
drugs in them.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
No.
The horses are on so many drugs they don't use it's crazy.
Are these like racing
All right, 2
horses or
minutes.
Jumpers, show
hunter
jumping.
jumper? I'm a
These
hunter
particular
jumper.
ones.
I used to be an equestrian.
Yeah. What's
Her mom
that?
was
Oh,
a
pinky up.
professional.
Pinky up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom. Mom was the real deal.
Oh. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Try Doc, see if it pops up in there.
90 seconds.
Located? I can't
West
hear
Palm
anything
Beach.
he's saying.
Oh, West Palm
So what's
Beach.
happening now? The news?
Yep, news breaks
Yeah,
are going. And
it's a kind of a design flaw, but there's no fader on the board, so you couldn't hear the news break from the satellite. So it's just it is what it is. It's on a different switcher right now, so I can do whatever I want here, and no one would hear it on the air.
Right.
You know, because it's on a different switcher.
Right, but then
60
that's
seconds.
still with YouTube and all that. We're still live on there, so they're hearing all of
And
this
so,
stuff.
yep. All right, 60 seconds.
Living.
Okay.
Now it's on the computer.
Caring.
Friedman Place, a 501c3 community for adults who are blind or visually impaired.
Won't you consider supporting our mission by volunteering or with a charitable contribution?
Friedman Place, friedmanplace.org, or call 773-989-9800.
Every week on Mighty House, learn things you never knew about your home.
You guys scare the daylights out of me. I'm going to end up finding somebody dead in my basement one day, and we're going to think it's a heart attack, but really it's because they touched the water heater.
And some highly advanced scientific advice.
Robbie,
Yes?
do you have a gas-fired water heater?
Yes?
Can't get electrocuted by gas.
See? She doesn't listen to us, Rich.
I didn't listen enough.
Mighty House, Saturday mornings at 7 on WC.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems. Home improvement problems, that is. Send an email now to robbie@mightyhouse.net or call into the show at 877-711-5611. From foundation leaks to roof repairs, the Mighty House team is on the job. You're listening to
Mighty House.
I'm Ron Cowgill. The Mighty House team is back with hour 3 of the show. You can join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Rad. And wherever you're watching, you can click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. We're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday at mightyhouse.net, tunein.com, and on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. Podcasts of all our shows are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Video clips of the show are available at mightyhouse.net and on our Mighty House YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is at Mighty House. You can also give us a call on Mr. Floor Helpline. It's 877-711-5611. And you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. And if you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, give Trixie a call at 877-711-5611. And you will be able to get signed up for the 510216 SP BLK Deluxe 16-inch black canvas tool bag. And again, 877-711-5611. Give Trixie a call. And she'll take your information down, put it in the Mr. Floor tote bag, and you'll be all ready to go. We'll have that drawing next week on the 21st, since we won't be here on the 28th.
Oh, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. So let's.
So Ron,
yes.
I just emailed you a photo of the job that we was just talking about on Ocean.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So you could pull that up, show that to
Allison.
Yeah. I'd love
Okay.
to see that.
I'll see if I can. I'll get that pulled up here. So we got a whole studio full of people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Who
it
were
is
playing
a-
my game.
Huh?
Who were playing my game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Michael, who is from Integro Properties. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. And then Allison Case.
Is with Integra Rehab,
Right.
slowly taking over the world.
There you go.
Are you guys related? Integro.
Yeah. We are.
And we have Andrew's mom in studio.
Yeah, Fresh Meats Mom.
She stopped by the studio today, so she is joining us in studio now. And of course, the normal three of us, the three gang here's too.
Yes.
So we at the end of the last hour, we were going over what to put in the dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was ball caps.
Yes.
But now, my boss has that little plastic thing that you
This
put the
little
ball
plastic
cap
thing,
in,
yes.
and you like click it in there, and then you just throw it in the washing machine.
Yes. Does it work?
Yeah, I guess so.
Rich said that they would shrink. Was it Rich who said that?
No, that was
No, that was me.
Andrew's
If you
mom.
want
Mom.
it, if your hat is too big, I read online, you put it in the dishwasher, and it
Well,
shrinks
anything, if
it.
it's cotton, it's definitely going to shrink, right? So
Yeah, with
That
the heat.
if I'm going to wash a ball cap, I put it in the washing machine on cold
And then you could also put
and hang
the
it dry.
little
Yeah, I don't.
cage thing
I don't
in
have
the
one of
washing
those.
machine
yeah,
too.
but like I said, the iron washer doesn't have the agitator. It's
Right,
just
that's
the
like
drum
ours.
thing, and that does a great job cleaning hats, and it does not beat them to death. So,
Yep.
like my hats, I wear 'em, they get all sweaty and nasty. I just
Throw them in the
go wash
throw 'em in the
them,
washing.
load of
Show the
hats.
visual.
Oh no! See, mine are all nasty. They just especially the ones when I'm out working because I just hang them up in the
Well,
van.
if you
again.
keep them all nasty, then your hair falls out.
Yeah, oh, is that what happened?
Oh.
Got it. There you go. That makes sense.
I don't sweat. I glisten.
Well, you smell like a shiny star now, then.
Yeah. My nickname is Potent.
Rich, we're glad you spoke up because somebody on the YouTube channel wanted to know if you were saving your voice until next week.
No,
Nope.
Okay.
that just depends what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
During the break there, he's
Mile a minute. Blah, blah, blah.
no, he was dealing with work issues
And
because he has crews out right
horses. He was talking about horses.
Yeah.
now. Yeah, and we were talking horses.
Um,
Okay, so back to your list of what.
Shower
Yes.
shoes. They call them shower shoes in this article, but basically it's flip-flops.
Oh, I'm sorry. One second, Andrew. We need an adapter for the headset. Do you have one of those? Okay. So Michael can hear.
Wait.
Your shower shoes, flip-flops. Would you,
You
ever
wear shoes
have
in the
you
shower?
ever? You know what? When you go to the gym,
No, I don't.
I would probably do
A
wash
gym.
machine before dishwasher. I don't do that, but
you're right, washing machine. And you know what? This isn't on the list, but stuffed animals. Would you do
Ew.
stuffed animals in the
wash
dishwasher?
machine.
In your
Washing
dishwasher?
machine. It wasn't on the list, but I've done them in the washing machine. They say, I don't know why, you put them in a
Doesn't it take forever for them to
pillowcase.
dry out?
Maybe this list, some people don't have a wash machine, so they're using their dishwasher.
Okay. But you know what? Dishwasher, washing machine. Okay. Rain boots.
What?
That would
Remove
probably,
the
Wellies?
liners
You mean
first.
wellies?
Yeah, wellies.
that
Now
would
this
probably
is
be a hose.
this is interesting because it
Cheerio.
says Crocs are not dishwasher safe. And
What
why
a
would-
crock.
Oh,
Yes.
you're a lucky
Yes.
man, Michael. You are a lucky, lucky
Oh.
man.
So, Robbie, do you have one of those teapots, to make hot water, like the ones that are like 30 seconds you can have hot water?
A teapot? No, I
Yeah,
have
it's
my
just,
like
you know,
hot
it's
water.
like-
Yeah, we
my
use it for
Keurig.
coffee.
Yeah, the Keurig
Yeah.
comes out right away.
So, do you ever just put like a can of soup in there? Because then it heats it up in 30 seconds. Why take out a pot and put it on the stove? They're induction cookers, like hot water. But why can't you heat up soup as fast?
I don't think the chunks of carrot will go through very well.
Sieve on the pour spout.
I just turn it sideways, pour it on the top.
Like, wow, this tea tastes
Okay.
like chicken.
Your garden tools.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Mike Novak on Sundays, you want to really keep those tools clean because, especially if you're cutting a plant that might have some disease in it, and then you go and you cut something else that doesn't have it, you'll transfer that. So
And I found that out with these palms. They get this kind of mold. It's like a shelf mold.
Right,
And yes, if you cut, and I took them all down. I cut them all down. And then my buddies that are landscapes are like, did you wash all the tools? And I'm
Bleach
like,
all your
"No."
tools,
And
yeah.
they're like, you're going to kill everything else that you touch with that. I'm like, oh, wow.
yeah.
Which I still haven't washed them. Nothing else died. But
Well, you know what you could do? You can put them in the dishwasher.
yeah.
But then you're going to get, again, now you're getting back to like the potatoes. You're getting mud and dirt in there. I don't know if that.
But at least it's only in the bottom.
But so what if you get mud and
That's what she
dirt?
said.
If you get chunks of food in there, it's the same thing. It's
Because you
getting
actually, in the bottom of that, you have a
sterilized.
filter and a pump.
Yeah.
And if you run dirt and stuff through your filters and pumps, you clog filters and burn up pumps.
Yeah, the food will break down, and
You don't want
dirt
grits.
breaks down.
I don't think into a
Not
fine
sand.
not fine enough particles. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think. That would make me nervous.
There'd be mini meteorites in there.
Well, I don't know. It's just a game.
Space dust.
It's just a game.
Okay, soap dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
That would make perfect sense.
Right.
Have you done it?
Not done it.
Not done it.
But she would.
But we have pump soap. We don't have.
My soap dishes are wood.
Ooh.
Would you put wood
Probably
in a dishwasher?
not dishwasher safe.
No.
If you would, could you would? Put the
would
wood.
if I could.
If you could.
Would you wash them in the fireplace?
What about cutting knives? I have somebody who cutting knives cannot be in the dishwasher ever, never, never, never.
Go ahead, Rich. Run
my
us down.
Cutlery is always carefully hand washed, dried, and replaced.
Why?
Because they're freaking expensive.
And especially,
well, what's going to happen?
Plus, it stains the steel. Well, because it depends on the carbon, the amount of carbon in the steel. So mine have a high carbon.
We different like we have.
Trust me, you spend about
$1,000
for knives. You're not just throwing them in a dishwasher. The rosewood handles start getting pretty nasty, and if you got all plastic Ginsus, hey, knock yourself out. Like the ceramic knives. There's nothing wrong with the new ceramic knives that are out there.
Yeah.
Those things are nearly indestructible. They're sharper than razors, and those are you can throw those in a dishwasher.
Yeah. But if wood handled stuff, you don't want to put in there.
No.
Yeah,
like your wood spoons.
Hurts the wood more than the knife, right?
Yeah.
Andrew, how much time?
2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Okay.
But that's just for this segment. We got plenty of time.
I know, but I haven't gotten to the good one yet. Stove grates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss
Have
does
you
it.
done it? You've done it?
Yeah.
The boss does it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Smoker parts.
Stove knobs.
Never done that.
Okay. The boss
I
did
think
that.
I got them dirty enough.
And now there are no numbers, no
Yep.
nothing
Yeah.
on it. Everything came off. All the painting.
Ruh-roh.
And it's like, I looked at it and went, what happened here? She goes, oh, no.
I don't know. I didn't put them in the dishwasher.
She's like, the oven's at 350, and you're like, prove it.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
They call this a vent cover, the thing on the floor.
Oh, where the
yeah.
heat and
registers?
cold,
Yeah,
the
your floor
registers.
Yeah.
Never done that. Probably would not.
Yeah, just
No.
wash it.
Right, exactly. Some of it, it's like, no. Okay, fine. I'll get to my favorite one. Sex toys. Anybody?
Hey, no. Perfect time
They
for a break.
show it on the picture.
I
Sex
don't
toys.
wanna see it.
Anybody?
Yes. No. Yes.
Don't want to see it. Don't want to know
It's
about
like,
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, yes.
All right, we're going to
Yes,
take another
sex
break.
Toys.
And we're going to come back talking about tools or something.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
The Small Business Advocacy Council understands
Only
how
if
hard
they're
it is to run a small
non-porous
business.
and
We
don't
also
contain
understand
electrical
how many
components.
jobs can be created when
Yes,
a small business
right.
thrives.
Then you can.
The
Yes.
SBAC
And
is
thanks for
dedicated
showing
to
me these
empowering and
pictures on
unifying the small business community. We offer
website.
tools to help entrepreneurs advocate.
Okay.
Are we done now?
With that,
Good.
Move along, please.
Yes.
Small businesses
Guys are like
and our
cat
efforts
on a
are
hot tin
tailored to
roof.
be hyper-local so that we can be responsive to what our membership really cares about. The SBAC is a nonpartisan advocacy
Andrew wasn't listening.
organization. We work
No,
with
I
elected
heard that.
officials from
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
sides of the aisle.
He's just trying to ignore it.
Don't send me those pictures. I will not be posting them anywhere.
Oh, that would be funny, though.
Government focused on policies to help
When I
Illinois not
YouTube
only
asks,
get
are
back
these
on
videos
track,
suitable for
but
children?
thrive.
And I have to
How
check
we
yes
make
or no.
Illinois a better
Otherwise, it
place
puts an
for the
age
small
restriction
business
on them,
community
so I
Right.
don't have
and
to do
create
that.
jobs in our
Right.
state. To learn more about the mission of the Small Business Advocacy Council, please visit sbacil.org.
A private autobiography. This holiday season, give the gift of a lifetime. The most precious gift ever. Your legacy in a beautiful handcrafted book capturing your life for your family and future generations. I'm Roy Mowat, founder of Lifetime Private Autobiography, created to capture my father's stories and voice through regular personal interviews. Don't just take my word for it.
Ron, do you want
Alan in
any
Boston
custom
gave
bumpers or
Barbara's very own
custom
private autobiography.
sounds
It's
or
hard to
anything
give your
for
father
hour 3 or no?
something.
Are you all set?
I think we got it right here, man.
All right, cool. Thank you.
That I could actually give him a gift.
You
that
still haven't
had
gotten Gina's pictures then, huh?
Nope.
So you're bored
Well-
out of your mind is really what it is.
Not really. I worked the whole time. I just filled it with things I would regularly do tomorrow. So.
really happy times.
Yeah, but then tomorrow you're going to be sitting around wanting something to do.
Well, there's other stuff I could get.
Very
Okay.
inexpensive for what you get.
One of my favorite bumpers was when you guys asked Andrew to pick the music real early,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he picked the opera.
Yes.
Matthew Poets on
200
that.
7474.
Mike's not.
When I feel bad after something I eat, I go out where the air is not not so sweet.
The Porta John.
I drop my tools and I run like the wind to that tiny shack that's 6 feet from the street. The Porta John. The Porta John's a risky place, I know. 'Cause if you light a match, the thing might blow. The Porta John.
All right, we're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday. MightyHouse.net, TuneIn.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline, 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe, and you can learn more at MrFloor.com. There you go. All right, and
so somebody said that next week we're going to have to play "Missing My Remodeler" a lot next week because it'll be the last one. So
right,
they'll be missing us.
I've got that for them. I will play that next if you want. So, around we're going to go around as David Hochberg would say. We're going to go around the horn here. We've got Michael from Integral Properties.
Yes.
Allison Kate.
I thought you were going to kiss her. I'm like, whoa. Wow.
Allison Case from Integral Rehab.
Yes, hello.
And we have Andrew's mom.
Fresh Meat's mom.
Fresh
Meat's mom.
And then Robbie, of course, myself, and Rich from Florida with the, you took the palm trees down, Andrew?
Yeah, he hit the palm trees off a while ago.
It's only on the 3-cam shot. I can add it into the group.
Oh, got it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. So Andrew was a little overachieving.
I could turn my camera around and give you the palm trees in the backyard.
No, thank you.
And a shot of the pool and
right.
Yeah, you know. So has the neighbor started cutting his grass yet?
Jeff's not. I thought I heard
there,
it. But
look
no.
at
that. Yeah, just put it on the whole. There he goes.
Yeah.
Wait, here it comes. We're seeing the. We're seeing the.
Yeah, I know. I got to wait for it to catch up. That delay is.
There it is. Now you got the palm trees around you again.
All right.
See. Yes, Robbie.
Only that was a slight signal, just so like when you need filler, I'm ready.
Okay. Then let's go.
Okay.
Are you going to grill Andrew's mom some more?
Well, I'm going to ask everybody a question, something that happened to me this week.
Okay.
And Rich, no smart remarks until I'm done.
I just turned my mic off.
Okay, good.
I will wait for you to complete your thought before I chime in.
Okay.
There you go.
So, I was cooking.
What?
No smart remarks. I posted this question on Facebook.
Is Don okay? Is he in a hospital?
Well, that's the question. So I even posted this question on Facebook on my feed because I said to those of you who think I don't cook, yes, I was cooking. So here's what happened. Please, no rude comments. I forgot to put the lid on the crock pot. I was doing like a crock pot chicken. Okay, chicken scares me. I never cook chicken. If I'm ever going to cook, it's not chicken. So I'm like, I'm brave enough to cook chicken, right? Mm-hmm. I leave the lid off the crock pot for the first like hour and a half, and I walk back in the kitchen. I'm like, oh no. So it's starting to get like the sauce is getting like all thick and, whatever.
The sauce?
Because it's a crock pot recipe. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was cranberry. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good, it's really easy, which I can give later if anybody's interested in the cranberry chicken recipe. Okay, so I'm like, oh no, what do I do? So I go to the Google machine.
Right.
First mistake, Rich, I'll let you say that. That was my first mistake. And what they're saying is that crock pots are designed in such a way that they rush to heat to your whatever degree. You're nodding because you agree. Is that true? Okay.
I'm giving you support.
Thank you. So it says they rush to heat to the degree that you need, and then it simmers. So I went to a million places, and they said, throw it away. They said, throw the food away, because if you don't have the lid covered during that initial cooking period, it won't reach the heat it needs to get to. And if you're cooking,
it spoils.
It's spoiled. So I was like, well, this is crazy. I don't want to do this. So then I posted on my Rich.
But it's not going to spoil in an hour and a half. You flip it over, put the lid on it, let it go another hour, and have dinner.
Boom, done.
Well, I thought about that, but it was supposed to cook for 6 hours. So after an hour and a half, that's why I did put the lid back on. And then the more and more I was reading about it, it's like, no, why take a chance? Because it's chicken. And it said it needs to get to that thing and then simmer. So I took out my little meat thermometer and it said chicken needs to be 165, and this is only at 145. So then I posted it on Facebook.
And you weren't ready to eat it.
I wasn't ready to eat
No.
it. So I posted it on Facebook on my feed, and things I got comments were like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But everything on the internet was like, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away.
So is Don in the hospital or not?
Did you eat it?
I threw it away. Because the chicken was on sale, so I spent $4 on the chicken, a can of cranberry sauce, a can of Catalina, a bottle of Catalina dressing, and a packet of onion soup mix. That was the recipe, by the way. So that was what, less than $10 worth.
How much was dinner out that night?
Yeah, then you had to get takeout.
Okay.
Right.
Rich, your voice changed. You now sound exactly like Allison.
Sorry,
it's
Rob.
very weird.
I feel like I'm betraying myself.
It's very weird.
No,
But I would like to know people's opinions because, you know, everything was like, you got to be careful. Crock pots are meant to do a certain thing with the lid on.
Okay. But I get that. But here's the point that you're missing is chicken done well is 165. And at 165, there would be no germs on it.
Right.
But
they would be dead as well.
It didn't get to 165. It only
Because you'd only given it an hour and a half on a 6-hour recipe. You put the damn lid back on the thing and let it go for the other 3.5 hours. It'll be 165.
But their point online was it's not going to get that higher after the initial hour. According to all this, they say it's only going to get to its heat and then it's just going to simmer. That's what the slow cooker does. It doesn't burn things. It doesn't dry it out. It just keeps it at that initial temperature.
Correct. And then whatever's in there is going to absorb that heat until it reaches the same temperature.
So that's why we do the same thing with sous vide. When you do sous vide, it's, you know, the vacuum bags into the boiling water. And if you do fillets, you can do a fillet in a sous vide pot for 3 hours, no more. But you put it at 135. When it comes out, it looks terrible. You pat it out dry and you throw it in a cast iron pan to put color on it. But it's perfect medium rare. You can't overcook it. It won't go above 135. So you're doing the same thing.
Well, how do I know this
wasn't
wasn't
set it for
going
165 and it's going to hold it 165? That's what you're doing. Crock pot. It's just the only thing you did is allow air to get on top of it, which could allow any bacteria to grow. But again, you're only talking an hour and a half. And once you hit 165, it's dead anyway.
It didn't hit 165, though.
It would have.
You didn't give it the time.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, I'd say that's debatable.
I would have eaten it.
I probably should have. I
I
really
stand with Robbie.
I probably should have, but I was like, every single thing, not one thing on the internet said eat it. Then all my friends are like, don't you trust me? I'm like, I trust you, but I don't want to get sick, you know?
Loud and proud.
Do you know the funny thing? When was the last time you saw any kind of recall on chicken other than processed chicken nugget stuff?
Right.
Nobody's recalling chicken. Nobody recalls beef. This is why I don't eat salad.
Right.
Romaine is extremely dangerous.
Oh, is that the reason?
Yeah. That's got the
and
coli stuff on it.
It's what my food eats, so I figured why eat. Technically, it makes me a vegetarian because you are what you eat. Cows eat grass. I eat cows.
Right.
I eat grass. I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, see? There we go.
So if anybody
Andrew's
has...
mom didn't like that one.
If anybody has a comment, 877-711-5611. Call and let me know what your thoughts are on that. Mike Novak says, OMG, the snowman graphic is awesome, Andrew. Is awesome, Andrew. Reminds me of a Tom Skilling TV weather report. So, anybody has any thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
The other thing
I
wanted to add, because, you know, it's our second to the last show.
Sure.
2 weeks ago, I came in with my mice.
And then you released them.
I released them.
Here.
I catch and release. I don't
In the
kill.
studio.
In the studio?
So they're chewing on wires
So
as we
be
speak.
careful.
Yeah, she brought them in here.
I did. I brought them in here.
Yeah.
They're so
Why?
freaking cute. Because
Why?
I would catch and release at my house.
And then they come right back in
And
the
they would
house.
come right back
Because she
in.
only
Now
takes
they're
them
in here?
across, she takes them across the street and lets them go. Where are they going to go? Hey, I'm going back where it's warm, back across the street.
So I did that for several
The
months.
funny part is how they run by her.
Right.
Once they crawled up the side of my house.
Opens the
and I'm
box.
like,
She's walking
darn
back in the
it.
house. 3 mice come shooting past her.
And it was always 3.
Uh-huh.
I would catch 3 at one time.
Were they blind?
Again, I've heard that.
Okay.
But brought them here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They have not been back.
So it was the same 3 that were coming in and
It
out.
had to have been because I would catch 3, release 3, catch 3, release 3.
Yeah, to them it was a game. It was just like part of the process.
But I'm just
Playing-
happy that they haven't come
playing cat
back.
and
Well,
mouse.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
far for them to make it from here back to your house.
I'm just saying I'm very proud of myself.
That's probably 4 or 5 miles they'd have to travel.
But I did. I brought them in here. They're like as big as this part of my thumb. They were the cutest little mice. I would catch them and I would kiss them, go, and I'd let them go.
That's why they came back.
Right.
And then I would give them peanut butter. They would come back. I'd give them a little bed, and then I'd get up in the morning
And then
I'd
you'd
bring
be
them
like, "Now
across
get
the
out."
street. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
wonder they were coming back.
Yeah.
Right?
She lets them out during the day.
You're like the orphanage from hell.
Not from hell.
You're like, here's some peanut butter. I'm going to show you a lot of love and
Right, and
get
then-
out.
And then kick you out.
Yes. And one would just stay in the little thing and go, I'm not going. I'd shake him out
Right.
and go, you have
You're like,
to
no,
go.
you're going.
Well, why would
They
he?
would-
He's
this
stuck
is
to
a
the peanut butter.
abusive
Right.
relationship.
They would run out. Then I would put the mousetrap with all the poo in my dishwasher, wash it out. I didn't.
Ah,
I didn't.
she put it in her washer.
Yes. Hose it down, bring it back in. But they have not come back.
Have you found out how they got in?
No, but I had some wonderful guy named Pat come out.
Yeah.
And he looked around. The only thing he saw was where the dryer vent. He said the flap wasn't working, so
Right.
they could get to the warm air. But when he went on the inside, and where you couldn't see, but he put his hand through there, and there was a hole.
Okay.
So do we know that's where they were coming in?
They only need a tiny little space.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
did you
know.
fill
And
it
a
with-
sign that reads peanut
with
butter
foam?
here.
Yes.
And you know what? You know where they lived in my house? Allison, you'll love this. In the little warming drawer under my stove.
Oh,
'Cause-
brilliant.
Yeah, but that's
Because it's the only thing in the house
Right.
not used.
yeah, exactly.
It's safe.
Rich?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It came out that way.
They're like, no, go to the bomb shelter.
Last year at Easter, I have somebody who wouldn't come to my house because I cooked Easter ham, and they know the mice live in the warming drawer. They're like, I will pass on Easter at your house. I'm like, they're not living in the stove. They're living in the warming drawer. So this is how long I've been having this problem. Catch and release.
Yep.
Catch and release.
There you go. All right, time for another break, and we'll come back with more Robbie's World after this. You
No.
are listening to
Mighty House.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Bull.
So you let the mice
Dear.
go in here?
No.
I-
She took him outside.
I did. take
Oh,
them
I thought
outside.
inside. I, was like,
I know. They
why
were
would
mad
you
at me.
do that?
Well, we had a guy come in. And he's like, Robbie, so help me if you let the mice go in here. I'm like, they're right here. I mean, I literally brought him in here, but then I took him across the street. They're so cute.
No, I was sitting here looking right there at the end of the bushes, though. I think that was it, right?
No, I actually went down that
Oh,
way.
did you go down that
Because
way?
Trixie was standing out there yelling at me, going, don't put him there. They're going to run back in here. Don't put him there. Put him down there. And I'm like, I'm on a break in the show. I have to get
Thanks,
back.
Mom. Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Ron said that I should tag them with spray paint so I would know if it's the
Then
same
you would
ones.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. I wasn't even getting that fancy. I was just going to say spray them all orange and then let them go.
see if
As they come out, give them a squirt of orange.
No, but that's probably where you'll get in trouble.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Like the ASPCA
Yes.
or somebody will get all over you for spraying them orange.
There was that article. Did you guys see that where somebody was gluing little cowboy hats on pigeons?
Yes.
Did you see that?
No.
I didn't see it. I heard about it. I was driving. They only
Yes.
did 2 of them. From
Right,
what I
there were
understand.
2, and they named them, so they're trying to catch them so they could take the hat.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. While supplies last. Offer ends 12/15/19.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Limu, I love how we're always looking out for each
Hate that commercial.
Limu Emu.
It's awful.
So you only pay for what you need.
Let's run for that.
We can say that now. Well, they're not going to fire us.
This is the break that sometimes the last 30 is missing. So just be safe.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Are you ready for it?
Only pay for what you need.
The wires are still hanging, the sheetrock's still bare. And I know that someday there'll be a bathroom right there. The only time it looks finished is when I turn out the light. I'm missing my remodeler tonight. Well, I can't shave or shower 'cause the water don't run. And taking baths with a wet wipe just ain't that much fun. My friends all avoid me 'cause I smell pretty ripe. I'm missing my remodeler tonight. Have you forgotten the plans we once made? We were the closest of friends. And have you forgotten the draws that I made? That was 3 weeks ago, and I ain't seen you since then. I know it was wrong when my wife cussed you out. Most times she don't know what she's talking about. I'll divorce her tomorrow if it helps make things right. I'm missing my remodeler tonight. I miss waking up before dawn every day to the sound of your hammer and saw. I miss.
Should we just let the whole thing go? Podcasts of all of our shows are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Join us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope Live right now. Brought to you in part by Mr. Floor, Smart 265, and Maggie Rad. And wherever you're watching, click on the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when we hit the air. And somebody wanted to sign up for the newsletter. Rich, how can they do that?
Oh, you go over to mightyhouse.net, click on the Contact Us page. You just, fill in your first, last name, your email address, and click on Boom, done.
Just like that. You can also give us a call on the Mr. Floor helpline. It's 877-711-5611, and you will have a chance to win your choice of Mr. Floor cleaning products. They're all non-toxic and environmentally safe. And you can learn more at MrFloor.com. And if you want to sign up for the Klein Tool of the Month, all you have to do is give Trixie a call at 877-711-5611. And she'll get you signed up and get your name into the Mr. Floor tote bag. We're going to have that drawing at the end of the show next week. And it is the tote bag. It's a 16-inch tote bag. And it is it's got a shoulder harness, shoulder strap, and everything. It's really a really good bag. So, and it's black in color. Hey, Andrew, you want to turn on the mics here? There we go. So what was that, Allison?
It's nothing better than a good shoulder strap.
I agree. All right. In studio is Allison Case from Integro Rehab.
Hello.
Michael from... Go ahead, Michael.
Integro Properties.
There you go. And we have Andrew's mom sitting next to Robbie. And then, of course, Rich down in Florida and myself. So we got a full studio today.
Yep.
And we've got somebody on the phone now, too. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes. Would you like to take the call?
Sure. Throw him up there. Let's see what he got.
Jeff from Nachi's talking about dishwashers.
Oh.
Now you've done it.
See, you stirred the pot now. Jeff's going to call and correct you. Okay. All right, Jeff. Lay it on her.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Good morning.
So just start with the fact that it's called a dishwasher. Okay?
Not to point out the obvious.
Right.
But, okay.
You know, all the extra stuff you're throwing through there, I mean, you know, some of the better dishwashers have pumps and grinders and strainers and all this other stuff, which nobody really maintains anyway. I have yet to find a dishwasher where anybody's ever pulled the screen out of a bottom and properly maintained it and cleaned it. So now you want to start throwing all... I can't help but believe that it had to be like Bosch or somebody sent this thing out just so they could sell more dishwashers. That's my conspiracy theory.
So what's wrong with putting plastic kids' toys in there?
Nothing about plastic kids' toys, but yard tools and vents off the floor with all that junk in there and hair and stuff that's never meant to go through there. You don't get hair on dishes. I mean, you might get a strand or two, but
They did...
not the junk that collects on vents.
On hairbrushes, they
And
did
we
say
won't even
remove
get
the
into-
hair first.
Okay.
You won't even
Yeah,
get
who's
into
gonna do that? Oh, I'll just throw it in there.
Hairbrush,
Yeah.
truly.
Look, if you're too lazy to clean your hairbrush in the sink, I mean, can you imagine?
Hey, who are you calling lazy?
What if you have a house full of people with a lot of hairbrushes?
That'd be a lot of
You
hairbrush.
have
Yeah.
to clean them.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, it's the women with the long hair that have the problem.
Right. Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Yeah, I would say it's the men with
No,
no hair
I
that
mean-
have the problem.
So,
I enjoy it.
so anyway, that's
Thank you.
my take on dishwashers.
Thank you very much.
They should be used for dish washing.
Yes, dishwashing with dishes only.
There you go.
And clean those
You know,
strainers
those
at
round
the bottom.
Plates and bowls and silverware and stuff like that. And then you really need to
That's
maintain
what
them.
glasses are.
Yeah.
It's a glass
Excellent.
washer, dishwasher.
All right. Thanks for the phone call there, Jeff.
glassware.
Yeah. Cool.
Have a good one.
All right. Talk to you.
So somebody posted on our YouTube channel when we were talking about the expired food, they said, didn't you guys eat expired food on air once?
Uh-huh.
That was expired beer.
Well, no. You've brought in food for us to eat, too.
I bring you expired food, yes, I do, but I think it was beer that we had a thing where we all opened.
Yeah, no, we drank beer once. You brought us a
Expired
bunch
beer.
of, and then with no, you brought us in some food too because there was some nasty stuff you brought in. It stunk when we opened it.
That's right. There was something that
Yeah,
you guys
but
refused to eat.
She's been trying to kill you for years.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
just remember doing the beer.
Yeah.
We had beer that was in a garage, so it went through the cycles of freezing and then thawing and then heating up.
And then
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, here, Ron, taste this. See,
They
that's
did.
bad.
Yeah,
it
I
was
drank-
good. They drank it.
I drank it.
They drank it.
Yeah. Although I'm not that picky. See, I like a dark, nasty beer that you have to chew. So so after, even if a light beer goes through all that process, it tastes so nasty. It actually is halfway decent then.
I know
You know,
someone that actually likes to eat coffee grounds.
Ooh.
Is he sitting next to you?
No. It's actually a sheep.
That's just weird.
Really?
Like
What about-
after, like not like fresh grounds, but like
What after
Yeah.
they come after you make coffee with it?
yeah,
Doesn't that get all like inner teeth and
Hey.
stuff?
Kind of gritty.
yeah. Some maybe she's lacking a vitamin.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so to finish up your dishwasher thing, though, there is, and most dishwashers, unless they're really old, in the center, you're going to find a screen. You can twist that out, take that out. There's water filters in there, too, that in some of the higher-end stuff. So you want to replace those filters once in a while. The screening, you want to take that out and dump it. And Allison, you said you do that regularly?
Yeah.
The
And-
dishwasher tells you when it's time to change. To
yeah, and
check
I would
the filters.
Yeah, and in preparation, I would go ahead and get that swear jar out and just put it right on the counter before you do it. And that way, you don't have to go find it after.
find a
and
swear jar.
remember
I like that.
how many quarters you need.
My dishwasher does not tell me.
Yeah, ours it says check the filters, and it's set to a certain number of washes.
I don't like my appliances judging me all the time.
Exactly.
Right?
Might be
That's
time
like
to replace
when my
your
refrigerator
filter.
says it needs a new filter, I just hold the button for 3 seconds. It doesn't know I didn't actually change it.
My dryer is like clean lint. I'm like, you clean the lint.
Right.
There you go.
It is
See?
Robbie
Like-
and Allison's world.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is
Yeah,
it? You're
yeah.
digging that?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
We're
give me
gonna
a
have
minute.
fun.
I'm pulling out the laundry one thing at a time.
I know.
Yikes.
There you go. And we just don't want to get her on to the HGTV shows.
No, you don't. I have an authority complex in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah. So,
Windy City Rehab's going to have another season.
are they?
Yeah.
They got back on somehow?
Yeah.
After
You know, no, the developer, he only got 40. He appealed and ended up with only a 45-day.
Okay, let's back up a second. Explain. Now I got to get you in there.
Oh,
now,
man,
sorry.
here we go.
Okay, so
You had to do this with like 15 minutes to go, huh?
right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead.
We can summarize it.
Sure,
Windy
please.
City Rehab sucks.
Why? It's an HGTV show.
They're
right?
an HGTV show, and they didn't pull any permits. They didn't have any licensed subs. They did 11 properties, gut rehabs.
Without pulling permits.
And they were so obnoxious to the neighborhoods that the neighbors put so much pressure on the city that the city cracked down and initially took down the developer that was working for
And
Windy
pulled all
City
their licensing.
and pulled his license and indefinitely. And then we were like, okay, good job, Chicago. That doesn't resolve the issue that these 11 properties are uninhabitable.
Right.
Wait, can you go back to the uninhabitable part?
Yes.
Uninhabitable part.
They did such a poor
Shoddy
job.
work.
Yes.
Shoddy work.
They literally did the projects halfway.
Yeah.
So only to get the final reveal, quote unquote, on Windy City Rehab, and most of the houses were never actually completed. And the work that was done in them was done by unlicensed contractors, and the work is bad. So a lot of those homes are going to be condemned or are going to cost more money than they're worth to
And they didn't finish the
fix.
mechanicals and stuff.
Right.
Things like that.
And they were leaving like debris on the lawn. That's where the neighbors came in. So they were leaving debris on the lawn, and it was a total sham. Total sham. I mean, it makes all of us just look terrible.
Right.
Like, it was such a, boil on the butt of the industry.
How do you really feel, Allison?
Yeah. And anyway, the developer appealed to the city and ended up, instead of his license revoked, 45-day suspension.
Right. And so now they're back
So
at
glad
it.
I worked so hard to pull permits and do everything the right way.
by the rules.
Right.
Yeah. But now they are pulling permits and doing all that stuff.
Well, I don't know.
correctly, right?
I just know that they're planning on another season.
Yeah, well, and what I heard, I had read that they are actually going through the permit process and doing all that stuff now. And then.
Well, they better shorten that season because they won't be able to finish those jobs in the
Right.
same amount of time.
Sure. And, the lead safe practices and all that stuff, and you could get after them really hard for that if you wanted to, because all of those older buildings are just full of lead.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not doing that correctly either.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And it's too fast, too good to be true, right?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
did a huge renovation. Took us over a year.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your contractor?
Yeah, no, we loved him. He's
Did he
great.
not show up?
Yeah.
No,
Was he there every day?
every day.
And it still took a year?
It was a big project, old house.
Yeah.
So
I had a potential client once say, "Oh, we're not going to hire you for the job. The other guy could do you said 9 months, he said 4 months. So since he has more crews, we're going to hire him." And I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to counter."
No, it takes a long time to do it right.
Yeah. And how long did it take?
And over a year.
Yeah.
It took. Yeah.
It takes a long time.
Yeah.
Excellent. See, I love that.
Yeah.
I just absolutely.
Oh, nothing better.
Yeah. When you give somebody a proposal and they don't go with you, but then the next project they want, they come back to you and said, "I'm really sorry, I went with the other guy. I want you to do it this time." So that's
It's a good
always
project.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Come back and close the show up.
This is Mighty House. Mighty House will return.
Pull.
It just wouldn't be a 2019 radio show with me if we didn't harp on Windy City Rehab.
I've seen one episode of that.
Yeah.
And I wondered.
Yeah. I mean, it's really awful. And
Like
the thing
turn
that's
of the
really
century
awful about it,
brownstones, and they're doing it in 8 weeks.
well, and it's the qualified contractors who have to answer for it to all of our potential
Always.
clients, right? And that's the crime.
Right.
Well,
Well, all those shows.
Yeah.
Gut rehabs in 7 weeks. How is that even possible?
Yeah.
And then you look it up online, and no one ever has said anything good to say.
Right.
About any of those shows.
And it's a shame because obviously, usually inspectors they'll see when projects are happening and they'll actually show up if they don't see a permit. Somehow
Yeah, that's on them.
Going on, and then but because they
Do
were
we
so
have
obnoxious
time
to
to
the
read
neighborhood,
somebody wants a
but they were
recommendation
in,
for a
that
roofer
the city
or a
couldn't
chimney
avoid
guy?
it.
Hey, my friends come
Right.
I don't know if we had
3
time.
days cleaning up a
Okay.
unit.
Okay. All right.
Targeted several
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah,
pleasure
if just
of
one
working
malicious email slips through, an attack can spread quickly and do serious damage.
Well, that's interesting. I watched
Yeah.
one
We
episode
hired
because I was
forensics
curious,
and incident
and it was on.
So we're good?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to watch that channel.
All
I
traces of the
turn
Yeah.
the channel on and then I start.
You don't want to
screaming
break the TV.
And I start
Yeah.
screaming at the TV, and my wife comes up and goes, "Click."
Yep, turn it off.
I'm just going, "You can't do that."
You can do whatever you want on TV.
Yeah, I guess.
Limu Emu.
Again.
No, still.
We love Limu.
Can't stand it.
I was gonna say we had Scott Simpson on the show.
Yes.
Remember? Scott and his partner.
Love
yeah.
him. We had such a good experience.
Yep.
We did.
Here's the good part.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need.
where the job was going smoothly. 2 more days and we'd be done. We came in right on budget, man, this job was so much fun. But I knew the fun was over when the client said, hey son, my wife and I've been talking, there's some changes we need done.
You're spitting all over your computer.
That sink's just what we asked for, but my wife thinks we need to. So cut another hole in the counter, boy, should be an easy thing to do. I know we asked for stainless, but we prefer that it be white. The oven's on the left now, could you put it on the right? Why can't you make up your mind? We did everything you said, you've got to make up your mind. I can't read what's in your head, well I'm running out of patience, and I'm running out of time, and you're running out of money, cause you can't make up your mind.
Amen.
Blue pastels, oyster shells, pink and Kelly green.
These just aren't the colors I saw in the magazine.
What's wrong? It took so long. Seems like that to me.
Can't you do it in a week?
Like Ty does on TV.
How do you like that?
Oh, yeah.
How's that for a tie-in?
That's a good one.
Perfect. And if you were listening through the break, you know exactly what we're talking about. And we're broadcasting worldwide and live from 7 to 10 every Saturday, at least for the next 2 weeks, at mightyhouse.net, tunein.com. We're also on the Gab Radio Network. Just look for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram by looking for Mighty House Home Improvement Show. And our Twitter handle is at Mighty House. And with that, real quick, we've got Michael from Integro Properties. Say hi, Michael.
Hi there.
And then we have Allison Case from Integro Rehab.
Hello.
And we have Andrew's mom sitting in the corner next to Robbie.
Hello.
And, of course, Robbie, Rich down in Florida, and myself. And
Good morning.
It's a full house.
That's a full house for us. Go ahead and give us, you had a couple of email questions.
I have a quick email question, but I just came across this. It's a list of 30 home decor makes everyone over 45 should avoid.
Yeah.
And as I was flipping through, covering all surfaces in framed photos. Ron was talking about that earlier. He said his painter says, no.
Yeah.
Says you do want to show off photos of those you love, but displaying more than a couple of frames in a room immediately screams grandma's house.
Really?
Yeah. Look how.
But see, that wasn't, it was a 10-foot wall.
See, I don't think that's,
No, I think you can
I don't
do it
agree
in
with
a
that.
cool
I'm
way.
not saying that it's decorative,
And
but
that's not
it's your
just because
family
I
and
have
it's
a
your
10-foot
memories.
wall
You
of
put up as many as you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, if
you
you're putting the
can.
house on the market, I might suggest taking some of them down.
Right.
Only the
But
naked ones.
No, it's your house. And I don't think it's
Right.
grandma's house.
And
It
if
just
you're-
shows your life and it's how you remember stuff.
If you're washing your toys in the dishwasher, just make sure your kids aren't home. Right. Rich, I agree. It's your house. Do whatever you want. But I also agree that it looks dated.
Did you put the dog in the dishwasher, dry it in the microwave?
It looks very, very dated. I hate it. Okay.
Okay.
Steve.
Steve.
We have a small chimney, approximately 3 or 4 feet tall and 16 inches square. We want it removed.
Okay.
We only want it removed to about 1 foot below the roof deck.
Okay.
I'm lost, but that's okay.
Good.
Do we need a roofer
Yeah.
or a chimney guy?
Yes.
Who do you recommend that will come out to Elgin? Your past recommendations have all worked out great. Thanks from Steve, way out in Elgin.
Okay. So number one is make sure that chimney is no longer in use.
Correct.
You want to make sure that the furnace isn't vented through there or the water heater, because if you take that down and cap it all off, you're just going to have carbon monoxide poisoning pretty fast. So make
but
sure
you won't feel a thing.
No. You just go CPs and you'll be done.
Yeah.
So wouldn't the expert come out and tell you that before they do it?
You would like to think so.
Okay.
So then,
Potentially.
yeah. So then you can call.
Well, I mean, this person may have just got a new furnace water heater, like high efficiency, so it's the 2-pipe system. So they're already aware of that, and that's why they're driving to get rid of the chimney.
Yeah, and the chimney might be dilapidated and need a bunch of work. And if you're getting ready to redo the roof anyway, the chimney's no longer needed. Then you can have your roofer come in. They'll knock the chimney down, and they'll just most likely, if you don't watch it, they're just going to drop it right down the flue. So if you want it removed, have it removed and tell them not to drop it down the flue, because that's the first thing they do is knock the pieces in and start filling the chimney up. So
right.
So have that removed, and then your roofer can reframe that area and then patch it up and get it put back together. So
you need both a roofer and a chimney guy.
Well, you could just
you
might
might
get away
get
with
lucky if you talk to your roofer, say I need a chimney busted up, taken down, and then patch in the roof and the shingles, you might get a guy that'll do
Yeah.
Right,
it.
the roofer should be able to do that.
Yeah, the roofer should be able to get all that
but
done.
be honest with them, because some aren't going to want to do it.
Right.
I'm sorry, I only pound shingles down. If it's not prepped, I'm
Right.
leaving.
Yes.
And then also have a discussion of what you're doing with the brick, because the guy will take sledgehammer, knock it all down a foot below the roof. And it could be laying there on your lawn.
Yes.
Instead of taking a chisel and disassembling it and putting it in 5-gallon pails and putting it right into a dumpster or back of a pickup truck. You know, you could end up with a big mess in your yard.
Exactly.
And he is an Elgin.
Okay, so AWM Roofing, and that's awmroofing.com. And I know he will not do it this year. He's already booking into next year. A lot of contractors I know are done. They're not going to be able to get to anything else this
Yeah.
winter. They're already booked up. So they're now booking for April, May, June, and springtime. So start planning your projects ahead so that you know what's going on. And
Don't call your contractor in March
for a June job.
for a June job.
or an April job.
April job. Or
Right.
a March job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plan ahead, 3 to 4 months at least.
Yeah.
For projects like that. So you can give AWM Roofing a call and ask for Greg. Greg will get you squared away. He'll put you on the spring list and be able to get that taken care of for you. So AWM
See, we don't
Roofing.
have that problem because obviously we don't have winter like that, but it's amazing that we just can't get caught up.
Yeah, I know. But it gets too hot in the summer to work too, though, doesn't it? So, no?
You just sweat.
Yeah, but
It gets hotter in Chicago than it does here.
Really?
Well, isn't
Yes.
your life great?
Doesn't suck.
All right, did you have another question, or was that it?
Well, I want to play my game again next week.
Yeah.
And this would be the 30 home decor mistakes everyone over 45 should avoid, to say, yes, you do it, or you agree or disagree. Here's
Okay.
one example. Employing an out-of-place theme in a room. A beach-themed bedroom or a beach-themed bathroom. They say, nix.
No?
Absolutely not. Because it looks
Really?
dated. Yes. I know Florida's different because every house
Everything's beach theme.
I've
Everything.
ever... Everything. Or, yes, anchors. The whole theme is anchors. Or the whole theme is fish. Or the whole thing is boats. Or the whole theme is... But this is saying...
Marine stuff. I'm
Yeah.
sure Allison has a lot of marine stuff, boat
Yes.
things.
We
being
may or
sailors.
may not have a shower curtain made out of a sail.
Oh, interesting.
Is your whole bathroom beach themed?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Nautical.
Nautical. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, she owned up to that. All right.
Maybe out of place. Out of
Go
style.
with it. It's your house. Do
I
what you
also have a
want.
10-foot wall of family
Exactly.
photos.
All right.
Do you have toilet covers like those? What's it look like? Carpet on your
No.
toilet
Oh,
seat?
pea catchers.
Yeah.
Whoever does, Rich, they're 20 years out of date.
That's
At
okay.
least.
Yeah.
And they're nasty.
Yeah, get
All
rid
right.
of them.
Allison, give out your information and your husband's info real quick.
Yep, Integro Rehab, www.integro-rehab.com. And Michael's with Integro Properties, integro-properties.com.
All right. Excellent. Thanks for coming in today. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. And
Yeah.
we'll get you on the podcast stuff when we get that set up.
Sounds great. All the best, guys.
All right. Andrew's mom, you have anything to promote other than your son?
Nope, just happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right. Good. There you go. You okay, Andrew? She didn't call you out. She didn't do anything.
No,
she was
I'm fine. I'm
she was-
excited that she gets to see
It's perfectly lovely.
Yes, that was excellent. All right. Podcasts of all our shows are available at mightyhouse.net, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and on homeimprovementusa.com. Find links to all of them at mightyhouse.net. Video clips of the show are available at mightyhouse.net and on our Mighty House YouTube channel. Newsletter, real quick, Rich.
Go to mightyhouse.net. First and last name, email address, click on boom, done.
There you go. And next week, we're going to have Lisa Albrecht from Albright Solar on, and that will be our last live 3-hour show that we're
Are
going
you
to be
bringing
doing.
her in to tell her we're upset we didn't win the Tesla?
Yes, that's the first
Okay.
thing. So, all right, there we go. Keep it square and level.
Until next Saturday. Wow, how are we going to end the show next week?
If you have any questions during the week, you can always post them on Facebook and Twitter. Join us next Saturday for more home infotainment. Mighty House is a Square and Level media production.
Mighty House.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your